There goes Pena. The pitch is swung on and lifted into left field, sending Collins back. He's at the wall. This ball will be gone. Yordan Alvarez hits one out the other way into his own bullpen. And the Astros out in front 2-0. Astros up to 5 hits in the inning. And now Yordan already with a 2-run home run. Hits one to center. Straight away goes Meisner. Back near the wall. He's at the warning track. Leaps up. Oh, it's gone.
Got him.
Grand slam number 6 in Yordan Alvarez's career. He has 6 RBIs in the first inning. And the Astros lead this game 9-0. The big man putting on a show in KC.
Welcome into the bullpen here on ESPN 97.5. Joe George, Sean Mapes, Cam Smith here with you today. We are broadcasting live from Dick's House of Sport out in Friendswood as the competition for the Road to Fanatics Fest is happening right now behind us, literally. There's a soccer shootout game that's going on. A lot of impressive scores so far, but unfortunately for those people, not as impressive as Yordan Alvarez last night.
No, not the most impressive athletic feat I've seen in the last 24 hours, but still pretty good.
Still pretty good.
Pretty good for civilians and human beings, which I'm not entirely sure Yordan Alvarez is.
No, last night Yordan Alvarez, first player in Major League Baseball history to have multiple home runs, a grand slam, and 6 RBIs in the first inning of a game.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was at work, and I literally had to text friends being like, wait a second. Did this all occur in the first inning?
Yeah, I
thought it would have been like the 6th or the 7th, but nope. First inning, 2 home runs, including a grand slam. I was like, hey, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's madness. It's one of those things where, I look at this, last night's game was absurd. We scored 9 runs in the first.
And then that was it. It was a really chill, kind of boring game after that, right?
Almost lost.
Oh, yeah.
What was that?
You needed insurance runs.
Yeah, it was Tatsu Imai comes out. He's bad. 3 straight good starts.
Yeah.
Last night, not good.
That's what you wanted to see.
I did. I said I wanted to see a bad start
from Imai.
And how someone who's mentally weak rebounds.
Imai, crazy to think he's washed.
Oh, dude, go home.
Oh, my
Go
God.
back an hour drive for that one. That's
you know what?
Jeremy
You don't get
Branham
a chair.
level bad
No,
show.
I'll just go to my cousins in Pasadena. I'll just go over there.
Yeah,
when they bring chairs, you don't get one.
Yeah, we're chairless at the moment. 1 chair for Lexi, who's out here. Thank you, Lexi. 1 for Sean, 1 for myself, and you can stand.
Well, that's fine, because if I sit down, nobody will see me.
You can sit in
That's
that
probably
baseball mitt.
It is a sweet baseball. I actually thought about asking.
Is that for sale? I don't know.
I don't think it is.
Okay.
But I kind of want one for my
I think
house.
everything's for sale for the right price.
Yeah, this place is crazy. We'll get back to the game in a second. When they remodeled this, I hadn't come back yet because I live down the street. And this is my first time in here. And besides the fact that it makes me realize I'm going to be broke if Joseph wants to play baseball, it's very cool in here. Lexi already bought a hat.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm eyeballing some products.
I might buy some shoes, actually. I need some I need some new gym shoes.
I do feel like that if that's a bandana.
Right in front of us.
I think the ice cream cone.
I
bandana.
don't think I can pull off pink though.
I think we should try.
Real men wear pink.
I know. There's some. I don't know. Maybe. I'm also not a 6-year-old boy playing baseball, so
that's true.
It's not really for me, or if it fits my head.
That's probably also possible.
You're a kid at heart sometimes.
Sure. Why not?
But last night's game, just Sean, I don't know, man. It's absurd. You're up 9-0, and it ends up being 9-8. You get an insurance bomb from Bryce Matthews late in the game, and Josh Hader comes in. He's nails. The Astros are such a strange baseball team this season, where there's some good, there's some bad. You've got a series here where you're playing one of the worst teams in baseball this season in the Royals. They're struggling. You've got the 2, MVP favorites right now with Yordan Alvarez and Bobby Witt in this series, but they find a way to hold on and get the victory. Shouldn't have been that tough, but they found a way.
Yeah, I think you see the ups and downs from the Astros season. I mean, you saw it last night.
Yes.
It was a phenomenal Yordan Alvarez game, and then also – there was, 30 minutes, maybe an hour, where I was like, I'm not entirely sure the Astros are going to win this game, despite the performance that you got. So,
despite putting up 9 runs in the first inning?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's enough.
Well, that's what's almost terrifying is that your bullpen just, gives it up so easily, so quickly. And Imai, too. The fact that they go out there and just don't perform well. But, again, the story of last night's game, I mean, it's Yordan Alvarez. What he's doing, he is the betting favorite to be – the MVP right now, but he's constantly just putting up stats this season that are kind of crazy. He is now tied for second for most grand slams in Houston Astros baseball history. Altuve, Bregman, and Lee each have 7. Alvarez and Bagwell have 6. So he's probably going to pass that. He's probably going to win the MVP this season as long as he stays healthy. Like, he is just – it is the most dominant player I think we've ever seen. We'll talk more about him in the next segment compared to the rest of the Golden Era guys. But, I mean, I'm just glad they won last night. But I don't know if I should feel encouraged or discouraged by last night's game.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of just like kind of flukiness of, I mean, scoring 9 in the first inning alone is like, okay, this game is wild. And then the response by the Royals, I had a feeling of like, is this just going to be one of those games that are, 15-14, and it's like ridiculous. Normally it's only in Mexico City in the Little League ballpark that
or
they play
in Vegas.
They play in Vegas. It's like beyond Coors levels of offense, and yeah, I think it was, I don't know, just one of those games. I'm willing to chalk it up a little bit to just one of those games that'll happen. But in overall, I do agree with you that like this Yordan Alvarez season that we're watching, I mean, you do kind of just have to like stop and smell the roses with it a little bit. Of there's a chance that this is the best Astros season from a hitter that we have seen and we might ever see.
Yeah, Cam, it feels like we're potentially watching something generational. We're like even that's the good thing is that even if the team is bad and doesn't really figure this thing out at some point, like there's a real reason to watch every single night because you're watching, like Sean said, maybe the best season in the history of the Houston Astros from a hitter.
Which is crazy because it's like you got to put it in perspective. Like, what if this dude had stayed healthy the last 3 years? Because I saw like it was so frustrating because I was on Twitter, X,
whatever,
and somebody was like, "Oh, is he like the new Cal Raleigh?" All of a sudden, like middle of his career, he puts up these like ginormous numbers, like something funky's going on. It's just like, no, dude, the dude's always been known as like a great hitter. He's just never been able to stay healthy, and now that. Is there some wood around here that we can knock on?
Some of those bats.
Knock on wood, homie stays healthy, and this is exactly what you're going to get.
Yeah, it almost it's a funny situation where, it's not quite, sorry, Joe, it's not quite Derrick Rose, but there is a little bit of like, he's put together awesome seasons, and there's still a level of what if with them, where it's like, but what if like you don't completely lose last year? What if you don't completely lose 2022? What if you don't, or 2020? Like, what are those seasons also looking like? What are we looking like, or what are we looking at career-wise his numbers could be? Because, since he got called up in, what was that, 2019 when he got called up? He had one of the best rookie performances in Astros history, and that was in, a little bit more than half a season. So I think that really it does show you that's like, man, if it wasn't for the injuries, like we're talking about a 500 home run kind of career.
And I'm glad you brought that up because I was going to say I know this might be a stretch, and this is my favorite baseball player of all time, but how fluid and consistent his swing is from the left side gives me like eerie feelings of like Ken Griffey Jr.
That's fair. Like, I don't think it's crazy. I think
when he turns on one, it's a lot. It's very Griffey.
He can go, as we saw yesterday, and with the grand slam. Lefty righty, like he's statistically better against lefties.
I know
with the split.
It's so funny. They always bring in a lefty.
Yeah, they always bring him in, but it's just like no, he just crushes them.
Yeah.
He is the best hitter on planet Earth. He is better than Shohei Ohtani. He is better than Mike Trout. He is better than Bobby Witt Jr. He is better than anyone in baseball. Maybe he's not the best player because he doesn't do enough defensively, but he is the best hitter on planet Earth.
Yeah.
And crazy comps like they might sound to Griffey and some of the greats, I don't think are crazy. Like he has one of the best pure swings. He's patient at the plate like that. And, like, you look at him compared to other guys, like, in the league right now, Judge and Ohtani. Like, the strikeout rate is what's so dramatically different. He's patient. He works his bats. He gets his pitches. And that's how he's able to crush these baseballs all the time. And he's already at 24 home runs this season. Like, his career high is 37.
When you think of somebody that's batting 320, you're not going to, like, you're going to be like, oh, he's not slugging home runs and RBIs either. He's just he's kind of like Ari's, like just high average. But it's like homie does home runs, RBIs, doubles, walks, averages.
Yeah. There's it is funny because all the comps are like inner circle Hall of Famers with 600 home runs.
He's like Petey Pablo from Backyard Baseball. Just like does everything really well.
Pablo Sanchez.
Pablo Sanchez.
Petey
that's the rapper. Sorry.
But yeah, I was thinking, talking about his average with this level of power, it's like it's like left-handed Pujols. Like you just start using like these super like outsized comparisons for anyone else, and he's right there with them.
Yeah, it's absurd like what he's doing. Like you mentioned his rookie year. I mean,
his rookie year was insane.
He played in 87 games. He hit 27 home runs and had 78 RBIs. That means he's on that's like a 53 home run pace.
Yeah.
And like 150-ish RBIs.
Yeah.
If he would have played a full season as a rookie. And like he just constantly pulls it up. But the rest of last night's game.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay. Enough Yordan.
Yeah, we'll get some more Yordan in the next segment. Christian Walker continues to swing the bat very well. I mean, Bryce Matthews, like I'm very pro get Jake Myers out of the city of Houston and move on from him.
Friendswood? Or not far enough?
Not far enough.
Okay.
Trade him. Maybe Sugarland.
Okay.
But, maybe Sugarland's fine. Corpus? Probably Sugarland. But, I just want to see Bryce play every day. I want to see what he's going to look like in center field, see if he can really control that swing and miss. But, that pop last night, they needed it. Yes, you had Josh Hader come in who's been incredible since he's come back from injury. But that extra insurance run there, Sean, felt so important in last night's game.
Just I mean, maybe it's different for the guys on the field. They are professional athletes. I like to think that they're a little bit more mentally strong than I am. I needed that insurance run personally. It was a slow meltdown for 8 innings.
I know, because it's like little cuts of death.
Yeah, I mean,
as you're watching.
I was thinking it was a lot like the Spurs-Knicks game. That's what I was like.
What are we about to witness?
Oh my god, a 30-point comeback, and now 9 in the first inning isn't enough. I was like, that is the equivalent. I was hoping that that we don't lead the show with that of which meltdown this week was worse. But I think that's the what you touched on there, Joe, is something that we talked about last night for Inside the Icebox, where if they aren't buyers, aren't hardcore buyers, and we don't think they should be hardcore sellers either, there are some moves, and I think Jake Myers has kind of found himself in the spot, and some of it's his own play. Some of it's Bryce Matthews, where it's if you decide that you're not gonna be some big contender this year, just getting Bryce Matthews starts every day in center field is what you should be doing when you are gonna win 75 games in a season.
Yeah, trade Myers and then draft a outfielder in the draft. Because honestly, I was reading projections, and it was all the articles I was reading, it was various outfielders that they were going after in the first round. So it's just kind of it might be time to
it's
move
just
on from Myers.
That is a selling move, and it's not something that will get the clicks that a Yordan Alvarez trade speculation article will on ESPN or on The Athletic, or Jeremy Pena trade speculation. Yes, those are selling moves, but a more realistic selling move to me is Paredes, is any bullpen guy that, hey, anyone want Brian Abreu? Maybe you can figure this out.
Bucket of baseballs?
Yeah. And then Jake Myers, to give these younger guys a shot when you aren't, going to be chasing down the division, which, I mean, they still are at this point. They still aren't out of it, but it's more I don't know. This team is not playing like they are going to go on a run. No. It's just that no one in the AL West has gone on a run.
Well, I think if they're going to go on a run, this next now 5 games is kind of it.
Yeah.
You're playing the Royals, who are 28-42 after last night's loss. Then you're playing the Tigers, who right now are 29-41. You've got Hunter Brown coming back. So you're playing 2 of the worst 3 teams in the American League. You're 3 games out of the wild card spot right now. If you're going to make a push, this kind of feels like the 2 series where you kind of got to do it, or at some point, there's just baseball games are going to run out.
I agree with you. I agree with you on all parts. I will say, how many 6-game stretches this season have we said some version of this is the time to make the move? This is the. I remember there's
a few.
Was it a 7-game? I think it was a 7-game homestand against the Mariners and Rangers.
Oh yeah.
That was the one where it's this is you got it. This is make or break for the season, and they go 3-4, and you're well, they're kind of back where they started.
Yeah, they're just kind of going nowhere.
They're just treading water.
That's Sean Mapes. That's Cam Smith. I'm Joe George. We're broadcasting live from Dick's House of Sport here at the Road to Fanatics Games. The PK Challenge is happening right behind us. There's a meet and greet going on. Line is crazy.
Yeah,
I see Nico Collins,
just to meet
Tank
us.
Dell.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, sorry, and Daniil Hunter. But we'll take a
little
break.
different. Little
Different. You know, a little bit taller.
Yeah,
larger.
biceps.
Makes
Biceps bigger than like our head. Yeah, one of them makes $40 million a year.
Yeah.
Soon to be probably
Yeah.
$50 million a year. I saw a projection
Yeah,
for
and
Daniil Hunter.
we're only sitting at $20 million a year.
Yeah,
so.
we're just not cutting it. It's all that restaurant money.
But at least we're going to get in the Hall of Fame.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we can buy our way into the Radio Hall of Fame like others have.
Whoa.
Not John and Lance. Not John and Lance. Just to be clear, that was not John and Lance that bought their way into the Radio Hall of Fame in Texas.
They would have done it in way faster than 25 years if they could.
Yes. No, there was someone else who did. I will not name names, but there was one person.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that was an actual thing you could do.
I'm
Yeah, you know him.
Googling Texas
I?
Radio Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, we're going to take a break
Class
here.
of 2026.
Let's talk about Yordan Alvarez a little bit more. It's not 26. Where comparing him to, like, your favorite players in the Golden Era, is he the number one guy from the Golden Era? We were talking to Todd Kaus yesterday on Jeremy and Joe. He said it's the favorite player he's ever called during the Golden Era, like every time he's up at bat. So where does he rank for you guys? We'll take a break here. We'll do that next year on ESPN 97.5.
You're listening to The Bullpen
on ESPN 97.5 and the ESPN Houston app.
Broadcasting live from the mobile Huntington Bank Studios located at Dick's House of Sport in Webster. Here's Cam Smith, Sean Mapes, and Joe George.
Joe, Sean, and Cam broadcasting live from Dick's House of Sport, the Road to Fanatics games happening right behind us here on ESPN at 97.5. I know typically you guys don't have to drive as far for road shows because where you guys live.
Yeah.
So you guys were in the car for a little bit.
Yeah, normally I'm in the...
So did you guys check TMZ on the way in?
I know, but I saw I got a couple alerts that
Who got arrested this morning?
James Harden.
James Harden got arrested.
John.
John.
Thank you, John.
Crashing out at the strip club.
Oh, okay. Wow. This is legitimately the
Yeah.
first I'm hearing about
I
this.
just made that up, but it would fit the.
No, he apparently had a gun not holstered in his car, just like sitting next to him. He's already been released on bond, but
can't do that. Wait,
no.
in California?
Nope, here.
Huh.
Yeah, in Texas.
All right. That makes it a little bit better for
Yeah,
him.
so James Harden was arrested today. So he's already out, but that happened this morning of all the things.
You want to keep that in a holster, folks.
Yeah.
PSA.
Yeah, you definitely do. Yeah, I was looking at all of a sudden say TMZ. I'm like, James Harden. I'm like, uh-oh. That's not good.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Gonna really
Wow.
knock down that trade value if he has any. But
yeah, I think the 4 games against the Knicks might have done that too.
yeah, which we'll talk about the finals because they might be over tonight. I didn't know how to put it on the rundown. I forgot about them. But when we were talking to TK yesterday, Todd Callis, and he was on the show, and Brian Lalima asked him about just what it's like to be in the booth with Yordan Alvarez at the plate, and Todd said that his favorite pitcher to call a game for in the Golden Era was Garrett Cole, just because of the nastiness that he brought to every single start and appearance. And then his favorite hitter of all the Golden Era is Yordan Alvarez. Like, where does he rank? Because there's so many great memories with all these guys, like whether it's Springer, Bregman, Altuve, like there's so many great memories and moments from them. But like Sean, like where does just like watching a regular Yordan Alvarez at bat, like is it the number one guy that like you just like I love watching this guy play baseball and hit the baseball compared to the other guys in the Golden Era?
So this is an entertainment question.
Yeah, this is an entertainment question.
Okay. I think he's up there. I mean, obviously, just watching. I mean, it's the Simpsons thing of like, do you want to watch some guys sock some dingers? Yeah, I do. Actually, it's really cool when guys hit 400-foot home runs. And with Yordan Alvarez, every time he swings the bat, you think that's a possibility. So I think that puts him very high on the list. I still give it a little to Altuve, just because I think he's played so long. He's played at a pretty high level so long. You do forget how exciting of a player he was very early in this run.
For
It'd
sure.
be like 15 to 17, 18, 19 range of like he was just a maniac out there, and he's still a maniac out there, but the balance was a little bit better of like, oh, he actually has the speed to pull off some of these maniac plays. So I think I got to go with Altuve 1. I think Yordan is probably number 2, and then if I have to do third, shout out to defense. Give me Carlos Correa with the glove.
Okay.
He's less so with the bat, although a lot of clutch moments.
I mean,
the game 2, I think that was against the Yankees in 2019. So you do have your moments with all the. I mean, you said all these guys.
You could pick Springer or Bregman, and like
you could pick.
You can pick any of them.
Yeah,
like, honestly,
Springer's another.
I was gonna say probably Altuve then Yordan, because honestly, Yordan's the only one where like I'll actually get on social media and like rewatch his highlights like 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely gonna have Springer up there just because of the craziness that he also did.
Yeah, he was
in
a
the
wild
outfield,
man. Yeah, and at the plate, like he would fall down every time he swung.
Yeah, but it would go so far. Like I love.
Yeah,
George Springer's probably my favorite Astros player. Honestly, just like from like a overall, like a guy I just enjoyed the most.
Everything,
like everything. Like I loved everything about George Springer.
Yeah.
But like from a pure entertainment like value, like I think it's Yordan's number 2, behind Altuve still right now. I think just like overall, like where is Yordan? Like has he jumped Bregman and some of those other guys? Like he's now past Bregman on the home run list for all-time home runs.
That's
like,
what I was gonna say.
Is he like the number 2 player overall? Like hitter? From the Golden Era?
Hitter changes the question. I still have him behind Bregman just because of the 2017 run. I think the 2017 guys just get like an extra boost because they are the first guys to do it.
And they are Altuve and Bregman won 2 titles.
Yes, so that changes a little bit. You also mentioned Bregman. I mean, just cumulative stats. He's just played more, so he's up higher on than Alvarez is. But after those two, I think you have to go Yordan number 3 among the hitters. I mean, again, Springer has the World Series MVP in 2017. I think it was 5 home runs in those 7 games. Mm-hmm. So it's like, he has like the big moments side of things. Yordan Alvarez also hit the home run in Game 6 to clinch it essentially for the Astros. So I think he can be no lower than like 4, and I would probably put him at 3.
Yeah. What about you, Cam?
I'm with that, but
if he wins an MVP this year though, that might be enough to just like basically be the tiebreaker on Bregman.
I'm good with that list, but I don't think he's ever gonna leave. So I think eventually in a couple years, he's going to be.
That's interesting. That's interesting. I'm less sure of it. I think it's possible. I'm just like less sure of it just with the body of work that Jim Crane's had. I mean,
Yeah.
think about all the guys that we're talking about other than Altuve. Where does Alex Bregman play now? Where does George Springer play now? Where did Carlos Correa play for 2 years? Where did it's like all these guys do eventually leave.
Yeah.
And so Yordan, I think, has a better chance of that. Some of it is just the Astros are a little bit less competitive than they were, so there's a little bit of less of like extracting every dollar of value out of guys, so maybe they do bring him back. But I think if he does finish his career here, or at least finish the prime of his career here, I mean, we're talking about a guy right up there with Altuve, maybe in terms of like personal greatness above Altuve.
Because it's going to be hard for him to like compare stats with like Altuve and like Biggio and Bago, like guys that were here for 12, 13, 14
and
years.
Played 150 games.
But those
year.
guys also were able to stay way more healthy than Yordan. So, but like if you're just comparing, I guess like 162 game averages, obviously he would skyrocket to the top. But got to factor in the injuries. So.
Yeah, but I think at least for hitters he's up there. I thought this was going to be all players. I was going to get on the horse for Verlander.
No, I think if we can do that now. Like
I think Verlander's actually number 2. It's Altuve 1, Verlander 2.
Yeah,
and then Bregman.
I think that's totally fair. Like Verlander, I don't think there's any other pitchers that enter the conversation. Like yes, like Cole was incredible.
Yeah,
but short sample size, doesn't have a ring. Greinke was good, doesn't have a ring.
Did Greinke? Yeah, Greinke was on 21, not 22.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
The bullpen arms.
Could like Fromber sneak his way in there? He has a good resume. He has a good resume.
But the bad is so bad.
Yeah. It's the Draymond talking about Paul Pierce. They don't.
Yeah.
You think you're Kobe. They don't love you like you're Kobe.
Yeah.
We don't love Fromber like we love the other guys.
Yeah.
Just with some of the other stuff.
Yeah.
Well, we did until the last like
2
year
years.
and a half.
Yeah, when he started just kind of falling apart
Yeah,
on like a weekly basis.
Yeah, it's something where it's like you can make the case, but no one wants to make the case, which I understand.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell people. And then after that, you do get into like, man, the 2017 run with Charlie Morton and Lance McCullers. Like those two guys, like those guys closed out the Yankees, closed out the Dodgers. Like that, I do think that gets you some equity in this, especially because, like you mentioned, the guys that were super great as players just weren't great players for very long in the city of Houston.
Well, and I think also like Houston loves its vibe, and those guys literally like were like H-Town's like vibe. So like McCullers.
Bury me in the H.
McCullers, the bury me in the H, like all the Houston tattoos. It's like, he only had a short run of like greatness, but because he embraced the city so much, it's like he almost gets like extra points. Yeah.
It's the flip side of the Fromber conversation. It's like the thing of like people would want to make the case for him.
Yeah.
I mean,
especially once he stops being on the Astros. I think a lot of the frustration we have is that our emotions with this baseball team are still tied up in current day Lance McCullers. I think once that book closes here in a couple months, I think he kind of gets reintroduced as like a beloved Astro.
Especially like once like
5
Brian,
years from now,
Brian Bogusevic when you lose your job to Lance McCullers.
Oh,
and
God.
like
I'm sorry, Brian. I don't stand.
If you guys don't think Lance McCullers is getting a job on Space City Home Network
I don't.
the day he
I'm not
retires,
firing Brian Bogusevic though.
I'm just saying, like it's gonna be Lance. Like, and then
I don't know.
Like, the only way it's not him is if like Blum goes and he's a bench coach somewhere and they put McCullers in the booth. Like,
I mean, he's definitely going to work with the microphone in his hand.
For the Astros. Like,
okay,
immediately.
Okay, maybe a podcast.
Definitely could see that. He did have a podcast once upon a time.
I was going to say, didn't he have one?
Yeah, him and Correa did. They had
sorry, Tyler Stafford. Joe just fired you. You're going to be.
They had a UFC podcast.
Oh yeah,
him and Correa.
That's right.
Like, HEB is not going to let Lance McCullers leave Texas.
That alone. Yeah.
Is he in the commercial this year? No, he's not.
I don't know if he's in it this year.
No, it's Altuve, Pena, and Correa.
Yeah, they're in the telenovela one. Right?
Yeah, which is really tough when Correa's hurt.
I mean, it's not the first time that's happened in an HEB commercial.
No, but the whole commercial is like him coming out of a coma.
I guess.
Now he's gone again. So I guess they could just run it back next year when he's back with the team again. All right, that's Sean Mapes, Joe George, Cam Smith. We're out here at Dick's House of Sport as the Road to Fanatics games are happening right behind us right now. I kind of hope we can just get a free shot at it and just try it and say, don't count this.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, what if we win?
I don't think they'll let us do that because
okay.
we had to register to win, or to participate. But I just want to try a shot at see how bad it goes.
Yeah. I thought
See how bad it goes.
when I walked up, I thought they were batting cages. I was like, oh,
no, they are.
Okay, yeah, but they're. I mean, it's not set up
does.
to be a batting cage.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, let's take some hacks during a segment. let's have a home run derby or
That'd be
something.
awesome. All right, starting next week, June 22nd, I saw the NFL will start their 100-player countdown. The NFL Top 100. How many Houston Texans players are going to end up on that list this year? We'll get to that next right here on ESPN 97.5.
This is the Bullpen,
On ESPN 97.5 and the ESPN Houston app.
broadcasting live from the mobile Huntington Bank Studios located at Dick's House of Sport in Webster. Here's Cam Smith, Sean Mapes, and Joe George.
Joe, Sean, and Cam broadcasting live from Dick's House of Sport, the Road to Fanatics games happening now. A bunch of people. That line looks still pretty long to meet Nico Collins, Neil Hunter, and Tank Dells. You guys are still coming out here for a little bit and try to get in line there to do a little meet and greet with those guys. But coming up here in the next week, the NFL Top 100 will start to release once again. And I was kind of taking like a guess before it starts of how many Houston Texans players will be on that list. Do you, Sean, Cam, do you have any guess of how many were on there last year? Do you remember?
Yeah, I would kind of ballpark and say like 4. Feels like a pretty safe guess.
Cam?
4.
6.
Stingley, the 2 DNs,
Nico.
Lassiter.
Jalen.
No.
No Lassiter.
Petrie?
No.
Oh,
Oh,
CJ.
Karimi?
CJ was still on there.
CJ. And then,
Creamy?
No.
I don't know. Who, Mixon?
Mixon was on there.
Oh.
Yeah.
But at the time, that makes
No,
sense.
no,
Yeah, it's coming off of mostly full
yeah.
season. Yeah.
No, it's Derek Stingley was 18, Daniil Hunter was 25, Nico Collins at 32, CJ was still 39.
Wow.
After a down sophomore year.
Yeah.
Will Anderson, disrespect, was at 46
Yeah,
on the list.
can I just say that's going to change?
That's going to change a lot. Joe Mixon was at 58. I guess Tunsil was on there too, but he was no longer on the Texans, so
Yeah.
I don't count that one. That's a commander.
He was not on the roster when it was announced. Yeah.
So those are the 6. So if you know that's what last year's list was.
I have a hard time seeing CJ on it.
Okay, so CJ's out.
I have a hard time seeing Joe Mixon on it.
Obviously out.
And I don't think they're adding an offensive player to that.
I think there's a good chance Lassiter is an ad.
I think Lassiter has a good chance of making it. Petrie in the 90s,
I agree.
Wouldn't be crazy. Let's see. Alshire, no.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Alshire,
Actually, I think Aziz has a good shot.
I think he would be like 120th. I think he's close, but he's not quite there.
I wouldn't be surprised if
there's
Blankenship's
30 teams
on there.
There's 30 teams in the or 32 teams in the NFL.
I know.
Like that, and actually, for the top 100, there might be 30 teams in the NFL. I'm not sure how many guys on the Jets are going to be on this list.
There's definitely lots of teams.
Yeah, the Saints. Cam Jordan, maybe a lifetime achievement thing.
Yeah.
But I think, or Kamara, maybe. I feel very safe that 2 corners, 2 DNs, and then maybe another offensive or another defensive player, but I can't quite block Alshire, Petrie.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if
feel in the
Montgomery's
mix.
on there.
He didn't have a great year last
Yeah,
year,
I was gonna
so I
say,
don't think he'll
pull up his
crack it.
He didn't have a great year, but he's also playing with Gibbs at the time and
Yeah,
still
that is true.
producing for a guy that
But Gibbs
hasn't played behind Gibbs.
Gibbs is going to be 20.
And look, it's weird where it's you don't the players are voting on this, and the players are worse at this than we are.
Yeah, they'll put. I mean, what? I'm just going to pull up last year's total list.
So
there's some crazy ones.
Tua 91.
And they also, and this won't be an issue for the Houston Texans, but they also severely underrepresent offensive linemen in this. There'll be 4 offensive linemen in the entire top 100.
Yeah, it's always
Again, that will not affect the Houston Texans number, but but still.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's Hunter and Anderson.
Yep.
Are both in there for sure, and they're both in the top 25. They should both be in the top 20.
I was going to say top 30.
Daniil Hunter is probably the most disrespected football player in the NFL right now. There's always these stats about, or he's supposed to play these elite pass rushers. I'm like, dude, do people look at his stats?
Yeah.
Every single year he's towards the top in sacks consistently.
Yeah.
Just constantly putting up double-digit numbers. He's a monster on the field. There's a reason why he's a $40 million a year defensive end, and I saw an NFL.com article that projected, Nick Caserio just giving a $50 million one-year deal next year, and resetting the defensive end market again, doing it with Anderson and then Hunter, and the fall back-to-back years, and just locking those guys in. So those 2 guys are in. Stingley's in for sure.
Yeah,
I think Nico's still in there, but I could see where he didn't have the splashy stats that he could get dropped a little bit. So he's still on the list, but he was at 32 last year, ends up much lower on that list this season.
Yeah, he'll probably be outside the top 50, I think.
Yeah.
Just with the inertia kind of aspect of it.
Injuries, the touchdown numbers, he only had 6 touchdowns last year. Players look at it as much as we do. They just looking at stats if they're doing this thing, and then big
it
moments.
is more reactionary than you'd think. Yeah. I mean, Nico's definitely on there, but I don't know how high he would be. Lassiter's for sure on there.
I think
think?
I think he deserves to be on there. And I think with how good this defense was, that's why there's a good chance that Lassiter and Petrie will end up on the list.
Yeah, that every coin flip for the defensive guys will go their way just because as a unit.
It was so damn good. And that's why Aziz too. I could see having. I think there's we could wake up when this list is over, and you could have 6 players on it again. And I think there's an argument that
it's 5 defensive players.
5 defensive players and Nico.
Yeah, I mean, I think Nico will be the only offensive player on there. So that part's not shocking. It is just the how outside the kind of big 4, can they get another one on there?
Well, if Tua can hit 91, then I wouldn't be shocked.
But there's always a ton of quarterbacks on there.
There's always a ton of quarterbacks, and I mean, all right, we already know one guy voted Caleb Williams number 1. So
someone did.
Yeah.
Who?
I'm not a player.
Caleb Williams?
Oh, I
did
thought you
Caleb
just
Williams
meant in general.
vote himself?
Mike Parsons.
Huh.
Interesting.
Yeah, and in the promo video they put out, he goes, Iceman number 1. I was like, oh.
Wow. Do
okay.
you mean Drake?
Maybe.
But
I mean that's if I was a Packers fan, I would not like that.
Oh no, you should see the reaction. It's so
like
funny. It's so funny. Like I wouldn't want that's the funny.
Especially how the last 2 games went.
Yeah,
and if a defensive player, wouldn't you be more inclined to vote for another defensive player, not a rival team's quarterback?
Yeah,
I mean, he's the best player in the league.
Because there's a lot of times you see when they do the interviews, if you watch them or the clips they put out, where it's I can't vote for that guy. He's on the Colts.
Who was it? There's someone someone that was like, I don't even want to say his name. You know?
I think it was someone talking about Mahomes, maybe.
Yeah, I think it was it was Jamar Chase. It was Jamar Chase talking about Mahomes.
Yeah.
He was like, whatever.
Yeah, it's like, I get it, but like, dude. Like,
Yeah,
it's
but
Mahomes.
I will say though, if I were a fan of a team, I'd prefer my, best player on the team taking that tact with a rival that beat us in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And in Jamar Chase's year, like 2 times, and versus the Micah Parsons. Like, no, love this guy. Like I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want Will Anderson being like, who was awesome? Drake May. Drake May was so good.
If you had to take a guess, who do you think's going to be the number 1 player this year? Last year was Saquon Barkley, which makes sense coming off the reverse hurdle. All
Yeah.
that he did.
Yeah.
Your top 5 was Saquon, Lamar, Josh Allen, Jamar Chase, Patrick Mahomes were the top 5 last year. I think it's going to be a defensive player.
I think it's Myles Garrett.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think Myles Garrett's going to be the number 1 player on the list this year.
Because
Rightfully so.
the
Yeah, for
offense,
sure.
I literally did the thing where I was like, okay, MVP was Stafford. He'll be top 5. I don't think he'll be 1 though. Maybe if they won the Super. Like I think this is how reactionary it is. If they just like won the Super, if their defense got another stop in the NFC title game and they won the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
Stafford would be number 1.
Probably.
Because that didn't happen. He's going to be like top 5. Offensive Player of the Year is JSN. He'll probably be top 5 as well.
You see, he's interesting because like I
It is 1 year, but
was
they
talking
are
to I was
reactionary.
doing this with some other people, and we talked about JSN, and I'm like, yeah, he was like, I think there's an argument where he could be the number 1 guy because of what he did last year
Yeah.
as like the only target in Seattle. But like the counter argument is like, well, are people still going to put him in front of Chase and Jefferson? I'm like, I don't know.
I think the players top 100 win.
Yeah, I think it'll be enough mixed bag where it won't put him at 1.
Yeah.
Where like there'll be other. There will be
I think he'll
people
be the
who still
first
put-
receiver.
What
You
about
think so?
Puka
I
Nacua?
think
he'll be the first.
Well, sorry, Puka's a good call, John.
Puka's a good one.
Good one.
There's another one I was thinking of, and I just
So like
forgot.
I mean, the wide receiver one is tough.
Oh, Allen. Allen's going to be up there. Josh Allen.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like
Josh Allen be up there. I'm interested in Mahomes. Where's Mahomes fit in? Because not like a Superman cape Mahomes year.
yeah,
Towards ACL in December.
Yep.
Is that it? And like, where does that net him out? Obviously, the first 8 years of his career, pretty unimpeachable. But what do they do with it? Like, how
He's
do
going
they
to get the benefit of the doubt for having such a great stretch that he's
Yeah.
still going to be like top
6?
25.
well,
yeah.
so I'm looking at last
I could
year's
see him being
list.
like 8.
oh God.
So Micah Parsons was still 36 last year, coming off an injury.
Okay.
Christian McCaffrey was like in the 50s.
Yeah, but he didn't play all year.
Exactly.
That year. Yeah.
Yeah, like I think Christian McCaffrey was 73, didn't play all year.
Okay. Yeah.
We're like-
Mahomes top 10.
Mahomes will probably still end up in the top 10.
Mahomes will probably be higher than like Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, like
This is like when the like in the NBA when they vote the All Stars and it was like Yao Ming
Yeah.
made it.
Yeah.
And he played like 6 games.
Yeah, the Chinese fan vote gets him
Yeah.
in. Yeah, I think the I don't know, just the collective PTSD that the AFC has with Mahomes gets him in.
Yeah.
gets him in pretty high. But yeah, I think that Will Anderson definitely the highest Texan. Right?
I think he should be. I think the players seem to have a better respect for Daniel Hunter than the media does.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you could see them flip flop. I would guess it's still Will Anderson ahead of him.
Yeah.
So it's Will, then Daniil are the first 2. I think they both jump Stingley.
Yeah, I think they're all in the same neighborhood, though. I would
Yeah.
not be surprised if those 3 guys are separated by like 12.
Yeah,
you know,
if they're
like that,
if they're like 10 through 22,
yeah,
like
something
in
like
that range,
Yeah.
like it would not shock me. Like probably none of them in the top. Even though Will Anderson, I think, has a good case to be a top 10 player in the NFL right now. Like I don't know if he will be, but like somewhere like those 3
Yeah.
guys, like between 11 and 22-ish,
yeah.
will probably fit there. And then Nico probably a drop. The stunner to me would be CJ. But then again, if Tua is still cracking the top,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what I'm
I was
saying.
gonna say maybe CJ is like 95. You know, like he just sneaks in there.
Yeah. 'Cause
So
what did
funny.
you say he was last year? Mid-30s?
Yeah, he was 39.
Yeah. So
That's
like
that
I
would
could see
be a
him
big drop,
dropping,
yeah.
but like not dropping out of the top
And it was
100.
like he did basically play the same that he did the year
Yeah,
before,
he just
minus the playoffs.
Publicly
Yep.
choked as
Yeah.
the worst quarterback performance in the history of all
and
time.
definitely everyone was watching
Yeah,
that game.
I mean he's the only quarterback ever to have 5 fumbles and 5 interceptions in a playoff run.
Oh no, yeah, that makes sense. That's pretty bad.
And there's a lot of quarterbacks
Yay.
who play 4 or 5 games in the playoffs, and CJ played 2. So he did it in that.
Another good point. Another good point.
Yeah.
Where is Sam Darnold in this list?
So he was
related to this. Where's Sam Darnold?
Darnold was in the 70s last year.
Yeah, because he was. That was another one. Actually,
he was 72 last year.
That's actually very interesting because Darnold did basically have C.J. Stroud's season where the last 2 games of the
collapsed.
year, the Week 18 game against I think it was Detroit.
Yeah.
He would just completely blueprint is out on this guy.
Yep.
And then the Rams game was an absolute abomination in the playoffs for him. So I do think, I mean, if he's still got 70, and he's Sam Darnold, it's not like C.J. Stroud's, the year before, I'm guessing Darnold was not ranked.
No.
So, yeah, he was a backup. I actually, CJ's probably going to be in the 80s if we're going off of this.
The Texans fan reaction's going to be very funny when you see that.
Remember, he got his haircut, so that
haircut,
keeps him.
that's plus 10, I think.
So we witnessed some history last night with Yordan Alvarez just being an absolute dominant player, but also on the pitch. For the first time ever, Team USA scores 4 goals in a World Cup game. We'll talk about that, what we saw last night, just with the World Cup so far, how much we're enjoying. We'll do that next year on ESPN 97.5.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies.
Pulisic on the ball now, draws the double team, splits the double team. Pulisic in the box, Weston McKennie into the middle, it's an own goal. It's the United States on the board. Less than 7 minutes in. Great ball by Robinson for Pulisic on the run. Pulisic trying to cut it back and back again. That time it's in. That time the flag is staying down. That time it's 2-0 United States. Now
cuts onto the left foot. Comfortable with both right and left, settles himself, not only picks out the corner, he picks out the top corner. Just a beauty for his second of the game.
You're listening to the Bullpen,
On ESPN 97.5 and the ESPN Houston app.
broadcasting live from the mobile Huntington Bank Studios located at Dick's House of Sport in Webster. Here's Cam Smith, Sean Mapes, and Joe George.
I got to get used to that name change.
What?
Dick's House of Sports.
I honestly, yes.
When you
yes.
seen it in the rundown, I was like, oh, is this a new bar?
Yeah, no,
Nope.
no. Dick's House of Sport. We're out here in Friendswood right now. We're out here with the Road to Fanatics games happening right behind us. The line for people to start competing. The top 3 people are going to New York to compete for $1 million against Tom Brady, Noah Lyles, Cam Scatabo was on that list, and other athletes.
With soccer?
I think so.
Okay.
Like I
like your chance. I like your chances much better going against Brady and Scatabo and all those guys with soccer as opposed to anything else.
Yeah.
Hey, don't knock a Cam. They'll surprise you.
No, that guy, he's done with a box of rocks.
Didn't he break his ankle?
Yeah, and then he was running, and then he was playing softball, did a backflip.
Yeah, and he
dumb.
was at a WrestleMania.
Yeah. But last night, Team USA, they started their World Cup journey, scored 4 goals, their most ever in a game in the World Cup. Against Paraguay, winning 4-1. I'll be honest, guys, I'm locked in.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You're in?
I'm not like a huge soccer guy. I've watched all 4 games so far.
Yep.
I'm like, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the Astros being mid. Mm-hmm. The finals are probably going to end tonight.
The timing helps of it.
Like, where it's like, I'm like, oh, this is like.
It's 2 o'clock.
Pretty
it's
good.
8 o'clock.
Houston's hosting stuff.
Yeah. To me, that is the biggest key. Like that's why I like most hyped for this is because it is not only in the U.S., which does help, and it's right down the road from normally, not from where we are right now, but it is at NRG or at Reliant at Houston Stadium at whatever you want to call it. It is the 7 games that will be in the city that help it feel a little bit more alive. Although I haven't quite seen the World Cup fever, at least driving around the city, but I haven't been to NRG.
So we were at Rodeo Go on Thursday doing our first soccer watch party, and it was absurd. They had to close the Fan Fest because they were at max capacity. I had to do a 10-minute walk to Rodeo Go because every single parking lot was full. Shout out to the Astros for opening their parking lot. I only had to pay $20 for parking.
Nice.
Some of our coworkers had to pay over $100 for parking for the whole day. Lexi's raising her hand right now. But it was crazy down there. Now Mexico was playing in that first game, and outside Little Woodrow's, there was a line of people watching the game on the TVs inside Woodrow's.
Oh, while standing
because
outside.
they couldn't get inside.
Yeah.
It was absurd down there what's happening.
Yeah,
and
I have some friends that work at Pitch, and they were telling me
oh, that place looked crazy.
Oh, they were sending me videos, and of course naturally they're like, why are you? And I'm like, I'm at work. It's 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock. Yeah. But they were telling me that normally it takes them 45 an hour to get out of there after their shift. They were like, oh no.
Oh, dude, it was a madhouse.
Oh, no.
It felt very much like being down there. It felt like an Astros playoff game. Maybe not a World Series game level of excitement, but it felt like a playoff atmosphere down there. So it's really cool. That's where I feel like you can get the whole vibe is around the Fan Fest. I'm fascinated to see if it's like that every single day or if because Mexico was playing, it's an extra boost.
It is the beginning of this World Cup. It's the first game for Mexico last night for the U.S.
Yeah.
That there's an extra even boost a little bit. It's more when it's Germany and Curacao.
Yeah.
What's it going to look like then?
It is funny. I think my favorite thing about the World Cup officially, and it always kind of is the people on Twitter who just feel the need to have a take on everything. And you're watching these baseball guys.
Oh yeah.
Who I don't think know baseball that well.
Whoa.
And then they're going out there and they're dropping all these soccer takes. I'm like,
yeah, you co-host a show with Jeremy Branham. You shouldn't be saying that.
It wasn't Jeremy. But they're dropping hardcore soccer takes. I'm like, guys, I've never seen you tweet about soccer ever. Like, you don't have to give a take on everything.
Yeah, you can just be like, wow.
Awesome.
Well,
that's how I feel.
It's
This
a lot
is
easier to
awesome.
have a take when they score 3 goals in the first half.
Yeah, but I mean,
then you don't have to dissect the game. You can just be like, they played phenomenal.
yeah, you don't have to. You're not like the tactics from Pochettino.
Yeah.
It's like they're all working. It's all great.
Yeah.
There's definitely the case you already laid out. It's the best performance we've ever seen from a U.S. men's national team.
Well, what's his name? Alexi
Lawless.
Alexi Lawless even said he was like.
Yeah, he said it at halftime.
Yeah, he was like,
the
this
best
might have
half
been
ever.
the half I've ever seen, and I was like, damn, that's saying a lot.
I do think like some of it
In a sad way.
It is. Well, it also is Paraguay. Like it is like
Well, to be
I'm willing.
fair-
Okay, you go.
Team USA was only plus 105.
Yes.
Like-
I think for expectations,
Yeah.
it was it was crazy to roll out there and whoop a team. Like that's just not a thing. Like even if you want to go it's expanded field, it's more diluted, especially in the pool play.
Yeah.
That especially once we do start to see like Spain and France and Germany, like these real powers, England play these group games, like they're also going to smoke some of these teams.
Yeah, like-
but the U.S. is never in that position.
No.
they're,
And it's like-
they're never in that position to do it in gold cups. Never mind World Cups.
To your point, so USA plus 105 in last night's game. Tomorrow, you mentioned Germany, Curacao.
Yeah, I have it circled on my calendar.
What do you think the odds are for that game? Just
Germany
take a
minus 700.
guess.
1,400.
Oh damn! I was gonna say 850.
3,500.
Oh my god!
Curacao is plus 3,000.
You know what? I'm putting my paycheck on that. A quick way to make
Here's the thing,
$400 bucks.
I would put like $5 on Curacao plus 3,000. Like it's $5.
Yeah, maybe can I get or draw on that? Like, can I get like a little bit extra there? I'm willing to sacrifice.
So
some.
it's about to turn to a madhouse here because Daniel Hunter, Nico Collins, and Tank Dell are coming over.
Oh, that's
And-
why they. Okay, so
they're
the
coming to see
barricades
us.
weren't for us.
They're not for us.
Oh, okay.
No, they're gonna participate.
Oh, in this.
Do we do play-by-play?
Please, nobody get hurt. Do not stretch out a hammy. You don't need to win $1 million. That's pocket change for them.
Yeah, they're taking pictures with the public. Something that we did when we walked in.
Yeah,
as
we
well.
walked in. It's like Joe George, Cam Smith, give me a photo.
That's why I was
There
running
he
up
is.
here. They were stopping me at the door, like, "Oh, this guy.
Yeah.
He looks mid-famous."
I didn't see the line just where I parked. I parked on the side,
Yeah.
and all I saw was the line for the first part, and I was like, I'm just gonna keep walking and name drop Joe George and ESPN Radio if anyone stops me.
When I got here, I was like, well, I thought we were gonna be outside at first.
Yeah.
Because there's a bunch of games going on. If you guys are coming out, there's a bunch of stuff outside.
Yeah, it's
They
like a
have-
carnival.
They have the it's not the Pepsi challenge or the Dr. Pepper challenge.
Okay.
But they have the buckets.
Oh,
to throw
okay,
the
yeah.
football into.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right,
You're right. It might take 20
we might
minutes for
have
me
to
to
go
get
to
the
break.
bathroom.
Yeah, we're gonna take a break here. We'll be right back right here on ESPN 97.5. All right, Joe George, Cam Smith, Sean Mapes, broadcasting live from Dick's House of Sport. The Road to Fanatics games is happening. Tank Dell is in there currently right now. Nico and Daniil Hunter have already gone. Tank's getting some redemption.
Yeah, Tank Dell last time chose to throw the ball at the screen. A tactic I hadn't seen yet, and I don't think it counted on the system.
No, I don't think it did.
I don't know what kind of technology they have, but they could tell they threw it. Now he's getting another shot at it. And it's pretty solid. You know, all these guys have been pretty solid.
Yeah, Daniil was the top one so far.
Yeah, I came away most impressed by Daniil Hunter.
Yeah.
His soccer performance.
It's a large man to kick a ball.
It
What he
very
wants.
was. Very much correct.
By the way, this place
That's still an NFL wide
is
receiver, but
yeah.
Daniil Hunter is.
this place is ginormous.
Yeah.
Did you find the bathroom?
And when they said rock wall, it's like one of those legit
Yeah,
up to the
yeah.
ceiling. I'm surprised they don't have a restaurant
we're gonna hit
and a
that up
bar
after
in
the
here.
show.
I think Sean's right. Like, we need to find a way to be able to
Go handheld.
connect the Comrex to like a backpack and just be able to like
Just climb up the
Whatever
wall
you
while we're
want.
doing the show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
well,
can do
like-
some comment. We'd do commentary of us climbing a rock wall.
I know, like, see who makes it up there. You know,
Yeah. I mean, I've done it before. I do think I have a chance.
I haven't done it in a long time. I probably do not have a chance right now.
I probably don't have a great chance. I
Yeah.
have a chance.
I think of like everyone we work with, who gets up the highest on the wall. I'd probably put money on you.
Sure. Okay. I'll take that.
Probably put you second,
Highest or quickest?
highest.
That's a very. You think you're gonna skedaddle up that wall? you think you think you can like, boom, boom, boom up the wall? Also, you're forgetting AJ.
Yeah.
AJ, yeah, great call.
With all the athletic stuff, I'm giving it to AJ.
No, AJ's probably
on,
number
on
one.
the
You're right.
account
You're
of
right.
he is 7 years
I
younger
would get
than
up
I
there
am.
so fast that I could get down so fast.
Oh, I mean,
Like-
we all get down.
Yeah.
I think at the same speed.
Oh,
given
yeah, 'cause you
terminal
just-
velocity. we all pretty much fall at the same speed.
And then the real question is, who does the worst?
I don't.
B-Mac.
I don't love.
That's me, Joe.
Oh.
That's me.
Oh, Belmer. He's like, you know why? Because I wouldn't even attempt.
I was going to say Branham,
Oh, really?
the mommy's wrist.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
He's not even
but
looking ripping.
are we doing? I mean, are we doing it at his best? Are we doing it? Full health?
He's had that thing for like a year now.
Oh, okay. So now it's just part of his
I think it's just part
athletic
of-
profile now.
Yeah, they're like,
Yeah.
you can't swing a golf club without it hurting.
Wow. How does he put up with that?
I don't
Man.
know. I don't think it hurts that bad. I think he's full of it.
Whoa.
He knows I feel that way.
Whoa. he's got to be careful though. One day he's going to have to, 25 years from now,
Yeah.
he can't still be dealing with. He has to. I guess he still has to pick up a son right now.
That's true.
But
yeah.
when he's at his son's graduation, his
Hey,
his
don't
wrist is gonna-
pull at Derrick Rose here, okay? That's like your favorite thing to throw at me. Of like the two things that like at some point like I'm not gonna work with you. Like it's like the only things you're gonna say to me
Derrick
are
Rose.
like, thankfully the Cubs won a World Series because if not I'd be getting Steve Bartman.
yeah, probably.
All I'm gonna get is
no, you'll
Derrick
get that
Rose,
shortstop. I watched the Bear. It's
yeah,
the shortstop.
Alex Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Gonzalez, yeah. All I'm gonna hear from you.
It's Derrick Rose.
Is,
All I
oh
got.
no, there's another one coming.
Well, the Bears have like they've righted the ship.
No, you're gonna be like, how about those Indiana Bears?
True.
Wow.
True. You know what? True. Hammond Bears.
Yeah, the Hammond Bears.
Yeah. Get an H on the side of their helmet.
on trash land, apparently.
No. They'll be in Arlington Heights. They'll be in Arlington. I still believe.
They're going to be. We'll talk a little bit here about Brendan Sorsby. I don't want to not put him on our soccer list. They're right there. Sean, we haven't had a chance to really talk about it. I know, like, you love college football like I do. I'm just curious, like, where you're at with all of this Brendan Sorsby chaos that's happening.
I mean, it's very ridiculous, very college football, very 2020s, I guess, college football, in that there seems to be no rules. Or at least there seemed to have been one rule, and I'm not sure it's going to get enforced, really. And if it does get enforced, it's going to have to be, like, from the Big 12. It's going to have to be, like, external pressure, because Texas Tech is releasing 22-minute videos explaining themselves where they keep using, like, terrible examples. They keep, like,
oh, yeah.
they kept, like, bringing up moments of, like, well, there's this there's a Texas Tech linebacker way back in the day, or not way back, like a decade ago, that got in trouble and like got a second chance.
Dakota Allen from Last Chance U.
Yes, exactly. And they seem to be forgetting that like that guy had to sit out a year.
Yeah.
that guy, like all the examples they brought up, or Cody Campbell brought up Penn State. It's like, well, everyone involved got fired, and they're on bull bans, and like they face severe penalties, and missing 2 games against Abilene Christian and Oregon State, I think is a little bit different than Joe Paterno getting fired and then dying of cancer. I think that's a little, and having a statue torn down. It's a little different.
It's crazy.
It's wild,
especially when you compare. And like the crazy thing too is like now all these like former college athletes that were penalized for similar stuff, but at a way lower level, are like, wait a second.
It's not really a lower level. Like in the Big 12.
Yeah, Hunter Deckers.
Hunter Deckers, like the quarterback from Iowa State, got permanently banned from college football for betting in 2024.
Yeah. That happened like 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago. Like that's insane that happened, and then this is happening.
Yeah, well, not lower levels in the sense of like the conference.
Oh, lower level
of
betting,
offense.
Of
betting.
Yeah.
I mean, you got guys that placed like 15 bets over like a 2-year period. Their entire college career got ruined.
An Iowa, not Iowa State, an Iowa Hawkeye player that like self-reported like a $10 bet and was ruled ineligible for the rest of his career.
And like this guy, like, remember,
10,000 bets.
broke the law, broke federal laws by sending money from the state of Texas to Indiana that people would bet for him.
Mm-hmm.
He was breaking the law while he was in Indiana because he was under 21, where the legal betting age is 21. So he's sending money to his brother to do it. Like, I think it's insane that we're here and that like he's going to find a way to be eligible. I don't get how Chambliss is eligible for college football.
Yeah, I mean, at least
I get that more than I get this.
Yeah, I was gonna say the eligibility stuff I can at least see in the fact of like, hey, listen, these guys, like you can fudge a redshirt year here or there and get in front of a friendly judge and get it done. This is like this seems very black and white. This is something where
they're just trying to
like,
continue with their education, Sean.
Like Terry Rozier might go to prison. Like Jonte Porter might, like these guys are in very real trouble. Damon Jones and Chauncey Billups just like were passing along information to bettors and are going to go to prison. This guy was betting on his own team while on the team. Like it's wild
Across state lines.
Yeah, across state
and
lines.
Underage.
I mean, it's the Pete Rose thing. Pete Rose. Hey, I only ever bet on the Cincinnati Reds. I only bet on my team. It's like he was banned for baseball for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Like he could not be in the Hall of Fame. He could not be like in the Reds Hall of Fame. Like he got completely shunned. And Brendan Sorsby, a like pretty good Big 12 quarterback. Like that's part of it. Is like it'd be one thing if this was Cam Newton that they're going all out for. It's like part of it's like how many people, how many Texas Tech fans do you think have seen Brendan Sorsby play more than a
highlight package?
A highlight package in the game he played against Tech.
That's it.
Yeah, like you're really like laying your credibility on the line. Not so much for the fans, more so for the AD Hunter Yurchak, like all these other guys. Or is it Hunter Yurchak?
No, he's the Big 12 commissioner.
Yeah, I forgot who the.
No, it's more like BMAC brought this up yesterday. I thought it was an interesting point. Like, if this was Texas, and this was Colt McCoy, and it was towards the back end of his career, like that's a guy who's been there. Like this guy transferred in. Yeah, you paid him $5 million. Maybe that's all this is about. Is they paid him
ROI.
They paid him $5 million, and maybe they gave it to him up front as soon as he signed. And they're just like, well, if he doesn't play, we're just out $5 million. Not that that matters to Cody Campbell. He has plenty of money. Yeah. But like you're staking your school's reputation on a guy who's never played for you. And honestly, like if you don't reach the college football semifinals, like I don't think this is worth it. Like I just don't.
No.
Like I don't think that it's worth the chaos that's happening around your program. That Georgia is saying, take Texas Tech off your schedule. Basketball, volleyball, softball, all of it. Get them out of here. We don't want to compete with them anymore.
And it's funny that
Georgia's want to talk with all their.
But at least those guys get suspended. Those guys get suspended. Those guys like actually don't play. And it is funny too. Yeah, you mentioned like this has to be for a to get to that next level. And, like, I'm not sure. Look at Bryn Sorsby's 25 numbers versus Baron Morton's 25 numbers. Like, it's the same, and Baron Morton got to play on Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Like, there's a level of, like, I'm not sure. Again, not only is this not worth it, but is it worth it at all, like, even just completely amorally, is it worth it? Not even taking into account, like, what you're selling your soul to do this. It's like, no, even if you're okay selling your soul, would you sell your soul for this? For like a good college quarterback, but not a great one.
Yeah. And the thing is it's not going to go away because then there's the draft, and it's like, that's going to be a massive topic of discussion. Like,
it's more likely he gets suspended from the NFL when he gets there.
It's so interesting. Like, when we thought the supplemental draft was going to be in play, which it's now not. That's off the table.
Yeah,
he's going to miss the entry deadline because it's in 2 days, and he's going to be eligible at the moment, so he's not going to do that. So, like, people were still projecting him first and second round, third round, somewhere in there in the supplemental draft, which is, like, interesting because then it's like the NFL saying, like, they trust him, which, like,
yeah, it's
I don't really know how you do.
Yeah, what's so funny is that the supplemental draft, the last time I remember it, and it's happened every couple years because it's like
it's every year, but
it's like if necessary.
Yeah,
kind of
it's
thing.
technically every year, but it doesn't always happen.
Yeah, and I remember it was Terrell Pryor's the last big one, because he got ruled ineligible for trading bowl merch and for tattoos.
Crazy.
And he got suspended in the NFL.
I know.
He got suspended 6 games in the NFL for breaking NCAA rules.
That's Aaron Wilson.
Yeah, I saw him in the line. He got suspended 6 games for breaking NCAA rules, which is totally legal to do in the NFL. And Bryn Sorsby is going to, in the supplemental draft, and even when he does eventually get drafted in the NFL, like, is he going to be allowed to play NFL football? Because if an NFL player does this, they get suspended into the sun. I don't know. Like, is this guy? Is he just going to play this year for Texas Tech and never play again, or play at the UFL?
Honestly, like, if he gets ruled ineligible,
Hunter Deckers played for the Gamblers.
Yeah, like that's the move. Like, if you're.
That'd be so funny if he just rips apart the UFL.
Dude, like, it might be their best chance to have any success is if this guy gets ruled ineligible for college football.
Yeah, he's the Paul Crew of UFL.
It's going to turn into the replacements. UFL is just going to be all these, like, guys that can't, like,
Or I was thinking the longest yard.
Oh, the longest yard, yeah.
It's so funny.
I mean, the longest yard. Paul Crew bet on games and got thrown in prison in that movie.
I forgot that's why he was in prison in that movie.
He also got DUI.
He also got DUI and ran into like 5 cars.
That's right.
Probably the biggest reason. But
good movie. Do you guys like the original or the remake better?
I think they're both good. I mean, I've seen the Adam Sandler version so many times on FX at 4 in the afternoon that I've started to like it, and the Nelly and Michael Irvin being in it is just very funny.
The great Khali is in it.
Yeah. Stone Cold Steve Austin has one of the great lines in cinema history. Would you like to say it? Oh, okay.
No, I don't. I like my job.
Clip it. If anyone says it, clip it.
Don't anyone say it. You know what? Break. Nico Collins, Tank Dell, and Daniel Hunter just wrapped up. We're going to do our team. We're going to make our Houston athletes that if they would have only played soccer could have been on Team USA or represent their country.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I don't think any of those 3 guys are going to make the list.
Yeah.
Maybe Nico did enough. Unfortunately, Tank, who was on my list, just got cut off.
Oh, yeah.
We'll say.
I'll let you go to break.
Just a little. His legs looked okay. Like, he was on one leg, hopping up and down and kicking the ball with the other one back and forth with Nico there.
Okay.
So
insight. This is the kind of insight you only get.
That's why we're
on
here.
ESPN
We want to see what Tank's health looks like.
We're actually probably less than. They were like 2 feet away from his
Daniel
foot.
Hunter is a large human being.
That too. That's also great insight.
Yeah, so is Nico Collins, but Daniil, my gosh. All right, we're going to take a break here. We're going to talk some more college football. We'll do our Mount Rushmore +1 coming up at 1:30. But which college football teams are under the most pressure this season? We'll do that next right here on ESPN 97.5.
The Bullpen is broadcasting live for the mobile Huntington Bank Studios, located at Dick's House of Sport in Webster.
On ESPN 97.5 and the ESPN Houston app.
Now back to John Belmer, Cam Smith, Sean Mapes, and Joe George.
Back here on ESPN 97.5, Joe, Sean, Cam here with you on the Bullpen, broadcasting live from Dick's House of Sport, the Road to Fanatics games. If you're in the Webster, Friendswood area, you want to come out and meet Reed Shepard, he'll be here at 2 o'clock. We're doing a meet and greet. You can get some autographs for him.
If you want to meet us.
If you want to meet us.
Hey, guys.
I'll sign an autograph for you.
We'll be here till 3.
Probably ruins the value of the baseball or whatever you bring if I sign it.
No.
I think it actually, I mean, no offense. I think if any of us signed it, I think the value technically does go down.
Yes.
Because it's now a used baseball.
Yes. You can't return it. You can't go back up in line. You're at Dick's House of Sport and be like, I don't want this baseball anymore. Who's this Jamoke who signed it?
It goes for sale on eBay for like 25 cents.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe hey, next listener appreciation party, we try to auction off a bunch of signed baseballs.
Okay, so funny story. So when we were cleaning out the office, we found all these signed footballs and baseballs and boxing gloves. We gave them a lot away at the Christmas party this year. We had no idea who signed them. We gave away for free a signed boxing glove that we found out was signed by Canelo Alvarez and Floyd Mayweather. So someone went home with an awesome thing.
You do dumbass things.
One of my first ideas.
Pretty soon you're going to be labeled a dumbass.
One of those things, one of the ideas I had was to have like Granado and Lance like sign baseballs.
Yeah.
And then put a number underneath it. And just to see if anyone figured it out. Because all the baseballs, we couldn't figure out who any of them were signed.
No.
Like we had no clue like what was going on, like who it was. So I was like, I'm just going to have all the radio people like sign one. I ended up not doing it because I feel like someone actually might get upset if they found out. But let's talk some college football here. Teams with the most pressure on them to win the national championship or at least make a really good playoff run.
Yeah.
This year. Sean, I think your Longhorns are number 1.
Yeah, I think they're definitely up there. I think they're high on the list, not just with, the kind of usual pressure and coming off a year where they don't make the playoff. But not only did they not make the playoff, this is kind of a all-in kind of offseason that they had, which is funny because, you don't really think of college football or college sports in that way of like this team has gone all in. But they really have, given that it's Arch Manning's more likely than not final year. Again, there's always an extra eligibility somewhere lying around, but you have to imagine this is last year. They bring in Cam Coleman. They bring in 2 running backs. Like they really did have like a, one last ride kind of off season. So I think they're super high on the list, especially if you look at like mock drafts and stuff, just with how many guys they have going in the top 10. Like it becomes a like, well, if you guys don't at least like make the semifinals again, like, I don't know if Steve Sarkisian gets fired for making the playoff and not making the Final Four, but it definitely gets toasty. It gets toasty for sure.
I mean, with James Franklin getting fired last year, I feel like it opens the door for other programs to react in a similar manner.
But he got fired for going 3-3 or whatever. Because they lost the Ohio State game, but then they also lost 2 other games after that and then got fired.
Yeah, like I think it like slightly opens the door.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I think Texas Tech has put themselves in position to be on this list now, where like all the nonsense around the program, like Sorsby's going to have high expectations this year. They're going to be the most hated team in college football. They're going to get booed like crazy wherever they go.
Yeah.
There's a ton of pressure on Texas Tech this season.
It's especially interesting because not only are they not like a program that's used to that kind of expectations and that kind of like, that kind of smoke every time you go on the road. Like normally it's like a pretty normal game for everybody when you play Texas Tech. Like they don't have like a, blood rival that, they don't have like a serious rivalry. But now every game's going to be like that. Every game you're going to get the other team's best shot. And, for a guy like Brendan Sorsby, like, again, he played Cincinnati last year. He's not used to being, like, the villain of college football the way that, like, I mentioned Cam Newton earlier, Johnny Manziel, like the kind of, like, biggest show in town and also very divisive. Like, that's just not a place for that program or anyone involved in that program.
Cam, you got anyone?
I mean, I agree with Tech, but I think it's more not pressure of winning. It's just going to be dealing with the mass hysteria of hatred, like type pressure. I definitely agree with UT. I also think Oklahoma. I mean, they've been kind of mid the last couple of years after decades of really
they ran they ran the Big 12 basically every year.
And then also, I think A&M a little bit too. I just think with all their recruit. I mean,
I think Elko's bought himself. I think like next year if it's 9-3, I don't think people aren't happy about it. But I think they can miss the playoff and it not be like meltdown city the way it would be for OU. OU talk about Brent Venables maybe getting fired, although he did just sign a extension before last season. And it's Steve Sarkisian. If he misses the playoff again, we are probably talking firing.
Well, yeah,
I don't think we're there with Elko yet.
No.
And the recruiting. I mean, this is in the weeds. Their 27 recruiting class is actually really good. So
I'm not so much pressure on Elko, but more pressure on last year they were the favorites against Miami, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Yeah.
And not a great,
Didn't score a touchdown.
not a great performance.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot of people that were like A&M. If they get past Miami, they could take this thing, and then they dropped it.
Problem is they don't
Miami.
have a quarterback.
I think Reed's catching a little too much.
You think
a
so?
little too much.
I'm out on
a
him.
little too much. But
I think
the Messi picture too. Everyone tried to dunk on him for the Messi picture. I'm like, this come on.
I think A&M's an interesting one. I'll go a little bit different angle because I think that there's a chance he's not the coach at A&M next year, but not because he gets fired.
Oh, because Marcus Freeman takes the Colts job or something. Yeah.
I think Mike Elko will be the number one guy on Notre Dame's list if Marcus Freeman leaves this year.
Well, biscuits.
And they'll try to steal him away.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I don't know if like that's
scumbag program trying to steal someone's coach.
I think Notre Dame's on that list. Like, I think they're a little bit lower.
Yeah. Why? Like, what is the kind of like bare minimum to not like, not to be a tough offseason next year for Marcus?
I think they need to go undefeated
with that schedule.
I
mean, they play Miami?
They play Miami. They play BYU. Those are the two toughest games.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's a bad schedule.
Yeah, and everything else is Boston College. And
everything else, like every other year, like starting in 2028, I can argue with people about Notre Dame's schedule and say like it's not that bad. When you start putting Alabama and Texas on it, there's a year where they play Alabama and Texas in the same season. They add in Arkansas. They add in some more SEC games, but like maybe not now, but there's been reports that they're going to add Tech next year.
Yeah.
But the schedule is a joke the next two seasons. Like, the pressure is to go undefeated this year. You have the best quarterback you've had since Brady Quinn. You've got a guy who's going to go in top 5 in the draft at corner with Leonard Moore probably next year. Like, I think
top 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I've seen projected so far.
Okay.
Like he's
I'm just top 5.
He's legit.
Okay.
Like that's where the mock
not
draft,
a lot of corners go top 5.
I
That's
know.
what I'm saying.
I know.
Nothing gets hit. I think he's awesome.
Yeah. No, I know. When I saw
did Jalen Ramsey? I think went 5th. You know, like that.
It's like Ramsey Stingley.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Stingley sauce.
Like it's like
but
it's a small list. Like, but I think there is pressure there. It's because the schedule's so easy. Like. And then, the outside stuff of, like, people are annoyed with the guaranteed spot in the playoff and they're in the top 12.
That's part of the reason why I don't think there's, like, that much pressure because all they need to do is go 11-1. And with that schedule, you just need to split BYU and Miami.
Yeah, part of me thinks,
and then take care of business.
Part of me thinks, like, the committee will just put Notre Dame at 13.
If they go 10-2.
If they go 11-1 and the losses to Miami.
I don't know. No, what are you talking about? They'll put them in. They'll put them in. If they're 11-1, they'll put them in.
I hope so.
Because if they're 11-1 with the loss to Miami, that means they started the year like 9-0.
I know.
Yeah.
I hope you're right.
They're probably number 1 when that game happens.
But those back end losses, they hit you.
Yeah, they definitely do.
But they're going to be number 1 the entire season or number 2 the entire season. And they're going to probably play maybe the number 1 team in the country in Miami. Miami's going to be ranked high, and their schedule's easy too. But I think those are the teams. Like there's Ohio State. You can always say there's a ton of pressure.
Yeah, that's more of an every year thing. I mean, another one. I mean, we are really like locals only here. But another one, LSU.
Oh,
LSU. Talk about being the
yeah.
heels of college football. You have week 3, you go at Oxford to play Ole Miss. And just in general, I mean, it's a lot like Texas where it's like how much money they spent this offseason, and not just on the roster, throw in the coach as well
Yep.
that they paid a bunch of money to. That they really, this isn't a situation where it's like 1 year to get his guys in. No, he already got his guys in.
No,
These guys one of the best transfer classes in college football.
Yeah, no, the 1 year grace period's gone. Like,
Yeah, for at least for LSU and like
Yeah.
teams like this. Sometimes they do like I think like Penn State. There is like a little bit of like, hey, we're not immediately putting on the Franklin pressure
Yeah.
on Matt Campbell. Like I think they are towards the bottom of this list,
sure.
at least amongst like normal contenders. I think LSU though, like I mean, it's kind of like you got to make it happen this year, and their schedule isn't like I mean by SEC kind of standards, it's not that hard.
oh, they're going to be projected by most media types to be in the playoff this year.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to get a lot of run to win the national championship this year, preseason from
Yeah,
people too.
like their opponents. Right, like I'll skip over the group of 5 teams because if they lose to one of these, like shut it down. But they play Clemson at home, like a 6-6 Clemson team who had 5 draft picks on last year's team
Yeah.
and went 6-6. Then Ole Miss at Ole Miss, that's a tough one. Home against A&M, and then they have McNeese, and then they go Kentucky, Mississippi State, Auburn, then Alabama, Texas, Tennessee, and they finish the season at Arkansas. So you're playing like 4 of the bottom teams in the SEC. Like just getting that on your schedule lifts the expectations when you throw in how much money and how much of a bleep show it was to get your coach on the sideline for you.
I think there's one more big one.
Alabama.
I mean, DeBoer just got an extension. Though.
Yeah, so
but guys get fired after extensions all the time. But I go into Alabama.
More pressure on you got to be better than 9-4.
Yeah.
Not so much the coach, more just like it's Alabama. We expect double-digit wins.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. It's just that and maybe this is good by their athletic department, took some of that heat off of them, at least externally. I think the fan base, the heat's still there.
Oh, yeah.
But giving them that extension makes them like he won't be on the top of every coaching hot seat big board when we get closer to the season. Like it won't be his picture in the article, at the top of the article, just because like, okay, there's a little bit of like, let's be sane about it. The problem is his fan base is the one that's least likely to be sane about all of this. So
yes.
I think he's a good shout. I just think that he's a little bit further down on the list.
I think it's Georgia.
Oh.
Hasn't won a playoff game since they won their last national championship.
Yeah, back-to-back SEC titles, but
Yeah, but
who cares?
but if it's Georgia, like
Yeah, who cares?
who cares? Like they've lost the
Yeah.
last 2 years. Last year to Ole Miss, the year before to Notre Dame, missed the playoffs the year before that when it was a 4-team playoff.
Yeah.
Like I think Georgia's probably up there too, like Kirby Smart, like hey, like let's get a playoff win this season.
Yeah, and I think they are more in that like in the Texas kind of level, maybe Notre Dame-ish kind of level of like not only do you have to make the playoff, you have to go deep. And I think that leads to the pressure because it's a single elimination tournament. It's like it's hard enough getting to the dance, and then it's like, okay, now you got to go 1-0.
Yeah.
You have to stack some wins. Like a team like USC, who's also probably on this list, Lincoln Riley.
Yeah, they're a little lower, but yeah.
They just have to get in the tournament.
Yeah.
And if they lose in the first round to Georgia, like boom,
It's,
everyone's happy.
Yeah, I think USC's a good one. Like running away from Notre Dame like they did. Like I think there's like you kind of make the playoffs finally.
Yeah.
Like you took Notre Dame off your schedule because it stopped you from making the playoffs in your mind.
Yeah.
So like okay, now it's time to make the playoffs.
That's
dude.
crazy.
Yeah. Although I do think that's like they fire Lincoln Riley and Notre Dame probably immediately gets put back on their schedule because I think it was a Lincoln Riley.
Yes.
Not helping the allegations of running from the grind because he basically left once Oklahoma told him that they're going to go to the SEC.
Yeah.
And it's like he does seem like everything seems like he doesn't want to play a hard schedule.
No. All right, we're going to take a break here with Joe, Cam, and Sean broadcasting live from Dick's House of Sport in Friendswood. We're going to be here with you guys till 3 o'clock today. It's the 3-hour version of the Bullpen. Coming up next, our Mount Rushmore +1. All 4 of us will do one today. We'll do that next right here on ESPN 97.5.
This is the Bullpen.
On ESPN 97.5 and the ESPN Houston app.
Broadcasting live from the mobile Huntington Bank Studios located at Dick's House of Sport in Webster. Here's Cam Smith, Sean Mapes, and Joe George.
Joe, Sean, and Cam out here at Dick's House of Sport in Friendswood next to the Road to Fanatics games, as 3 people will get a chance to head to New York to compete for $1 million to compete against Tom Brady, Noah Lyles, Cam Scatterbo, and others. So a pretty sweet contest that they're doing right now. I'm curious to see who's the guys who were here when we got here put up some big scores.
Yeah, I was going to say, maybe it's just like because they were first.
Yeah.
But like the first guy I think I saw was like, might not get better than that one.
Sorry for there's no fancy intro today, but it's time for the Mount Rushmore +1. Cam Smith, you are our leadoff hitter today.
Hello, I am Cam Smith. And in honor of the NBA Finals, I decided to do my NBA Finals lineup of funny NBA player names.
Okay.
So, to start us off, Houston legend, Moochie Norris.
Yep.
Great name.
Yep.
I love the name Moochie. Actually,
great look, too.
It is. Fun fact, my dad, when he was on Street Patrol, actually pulled over Moochie Norris one time.
Did he let him go?
He did let him
With a warning?
go. It was a warning. He also said the car smelled very
green.
Very green.
A lot of gardening.
Green. Yeah, a lot of gardening. A lot of Mother Nature somewhere in and around that car. So
is that rosemary?
Right? Is that basil on your seat, sir? So Moochie Norris. Then we're going to go back a little more old school. God Sham God.
Yeah.
Great name.
Yeah.
Great name. Great name. I mean, to have 2 gods in your name.
yes.
Yeah. One gets you on the list. 2, secure.
I think your last name being Sham God gets you on the list. Your first name also being God.
That's crazy. And then Chubby Cox.
Great name.
Chubby Cox, who apparently is actually related to Kobe Bryant. Yeah. No. That is his name, sir.
How much do we have some career stats on Chubby Cox or?
No, but I have some info. Born John Arthur Cox III, but he's went by Chubby Cox his entire NBA career. So Chubby Cox, Chubby Cox. Then we have.
Stop saying it, please.
Then we have Bimbo Coles.
Whoa, Bimbo?
Who had a long, respectable 13-year career.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bimbo Coles.
Yeah. Okay.
So what is that? That's
it's 4.
That's 4.
The +1. This is what makes Mount Rushmore +1.
And then this was, I think, a more frequent player, Dwayne Deadman.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
So those are my 5 names of finals NBA players. With
almost a full lineup too. You know?
Yeah,
that almost works.
Well, Moochie at the point, Dwayne Deadman at the center, then everybody else can filter out the guards and the forwards.
Sham God's a guard.
John Belmer back at headquarters.
Yeah, my Mount Rushmore +1 is with the World Cup kicking off. I wanted to do a World Cup themed Mount Rushmore here, so I did the Mount Rushmore +1 of World Cup participants' national food. So I'm gonna rank that country's national food. There was a million of them, but I obviously chose my top 5 here.
48
and I
teams.
did not use the United States because that's cheating.
Okay.
Number 5. Switzerland. Their national food is called, and I'm going to butcher some of these, rosti?
No.
It is shredded and fried potato pancake. It sounds
I love potato.
delicious. Number 4. What was that, Sean?
I was going to say, it's like a hash brown pancake combo?
That's what it sounds like. Yeah. It's like shredded potato made into a pancake.
I'm interested.
Yeah.
I'm getting that if I see it on the menu.
Yeah, me too. Absolutely. Number 4, it went with Sweden. They call it köttbullar, I think is how you pronounce it. But it's Swedish meatballs. Okay. I don't know anybody that doesn't love Swedish meatballs. That's a go-to. Oh, yeah, IKEA,
they are good.
For sure.
They are good. Can confirm.
Number 3, Colombia. I'm going to butcher this. It's called bandeja paisa. It's beans, rice, eggs, chorizo, chicharron, and avocado.
Yeah.
It sounds like something.
I was gonna say this. It's going to be hard not to have this all be Latin America focused.
Well,
but I do appreciate you. I mean, I wouldn't have guessed, Scandinavia representation on
Well,
this,
the
but
first
it is
two were
Swedish
Switzerland and Sweden, so I don't know if those are Latin America, according to you, Sean, or not. But
No, they're not.
No, I'm saying credit to you for not just going,
okay,
yeah,
I got
I'm
you.
sure Paraguay has a good dish too.
They may. Next on the list is actually Uruguay. They have a dish called Chivito, Chivito. I've never heard of it, but this is it's steak, mozzarella cheese, and ham on a sandwich. That sounds absolutely great. And then number one, I went with Mexico. Their national food is tacos. Can't go wrong with tacos.
No, you can't.
Is that is that John? Was that like on a list that said their national food is tacos?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is that your guys' number one order if you get like Mexican food?
This is where I don't know the line between Mexican food and Tex-Mex.
Yeah.
This is where it's like, I don't know, like where's fajitas? Where's fajitas?
I feel like that's
that list?
Tex-Mex.
I feel like fajitas is more Tex-Mex.
That's why
enchiladas, Tex-Mex.
Okay, see these are the ones that would be in the conversation above tacos.
So I'm thinking like tacos, burritos.
Yeah, I might go
torta.
Might go burrito over taco.
Torta's so good.
I don't know.
Tostadas is more traditional.
Yep.
Yeah.
Huevos con chorizo.
What's my drink that I have to have?
Maybe like
michelada.
I think not a dish, but
no, I know.
It's a liquid dish.
She tells me I have to try it all the time. You're talking about it yesterday.
You probably should try it.
Yeah.
You should get on that. But yeah, I think that's what I'm saying with like the Latin America stuff. I mean, you could almost do 5 Latin American
for sure.
ones. So starting off with Switzerland and Sweden,
I think it's a good pull.
Yeah, very good, very good. I was hoping we'd get Bosnia or Herzegovina in the mix.
No
but guess
Republican
not.
of South Africa?
Those ones were lots of fish.
No hyena?
Not a fish guy.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. It is particular to Johnny Belmore.
Yeah. True.
All right, so I went with, after yesterday, 2 cool things happened in baseball.
Just 2?
I would say so.
Okay.
So my Mount Rushmore plus 1 is the coolest things a baseball player can do that is not a no-hitter or the cycle.
Okay.
Like, cut those off the list.
No hitter, no cycle.
Yes.
Okay.
Number 1, what Yordan Alvarez did last night, 2 home runs in 1 inning. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Number 2, what Jacob Mizrowski did last night, a Maddox.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and his is absurd.
Because it was a one-hitter, right?
1 hitter, 15 strikeouts, 95 pitches. That's absurd.
Oh, it was only 95 pitches?
95 pitches.
That's almost
Complete
like a
game.
math problem.
Yes.
How do you get 15 strikeouts?
Dude.
Because it has to be 3. Yeah.
I know. Like, that is crazy. He got a Maddox.
So just
15 strikeouts.
Just on strikes from strikeouts, you're looking at 45.
Yes.
Yeah. 45 pitches.
So we had 50,
never mind like foul tips or
yes.
Oh my
So we had
god.
50 pitches outside of that to get the other 12 outs. Like, absurd what he did. And that's if they're all 3 up and 3 down. They were not.
Yeah.
But, like, absurd game from him last night. He is nasty. He touched 105 last night. But I think just, like, a complete game under 100 pitches is such a cool thing to have now. I love a Maddox. I went 20K game. Like 20 strikeouts in a game.
Yeah, Kerry Wood.
Kerry Wood, like, doesn't really happen.
Against the Astros.
Yeah. That was a sick game.
And, like, 1 hitter. But he was well over 100. Like, he was nowhere near what. Now, he had 5 more strikeouts than Mizrowski did last night. But, like, Mizrowski's game last night was one of the 6 highest graded out games of baseball history in terms of pitching. So I think 20 strikeout game, immaculate inning is awesome.
Yeah.
9 pitches, 9 strikes, 3 strikeouts. I mean, I still will never forget when the Astros got 2 of them against the same 3 hitters from the Texas Rangers lineup in the same game. Is maybe the most absurd thing I've ever witnessed in a baseball game.
That's one of those things where I think being an Astros fan might have like numbed me. Like no hitters, where like no hitters happen. I'm just like, yeah, that's cool. You know, like
oh,
you know,
we did
like,
it again.
Yeah, that happens every. Oh, this is our one this year. The immaculate innings happening, like 2 happening in one game.
Oh.
I was just like, yeah, that's interesting, and it's like, oh, actually, this is like basically impossible to do.
And it's also like it's one that like I almost didn't put it on my list because like the play-by-play call is never good.
Yeah, because you don't know it's happening.
Yeah,
like
I think
until the last.
I think TK got the second one. Like he realized
because it happened an hour ago.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think it was Maton Was it Blanco and Maton that got him? I can't remember, but like
I think Maton, I think, was involved.
Yeah, I think Maton got the second one.
Yeah.
Where I think TK caught on that it was happening again, but like it's just 9 pitches, 9 up, 9 down. Like you're gonna miss it, so it kind of lacks the juice. And then my personal favorite one, because I think it's the most electric thing that can happen in sports, inside the park home run. Like I think those are the 5 coolest things you can do in baseball that are not a no hitter or a cycle.
I don't know the last time I witnessed inside the park home run.
There's been some this year, but like watching a game, like
because you got to be flying.
Oh yeah,
you have to be flying,
especially for not to be like a triple with an error or something like that. You know, like you'll see those. You'll see like the little league home runs.
Yeah,
but those, obviously not the same thing where like the ball doesn't leave the infield.
Yeah, well, I guess I saw one this year, but
because so much goes into it. Like you have to hit it in the perfect spot. You have to get out of the box quick as hell. You have to hit those corners at like the perfect like angle, and you have to be fast as hell.
And the fielders have to not do a great job, but also not commit an error. You know, there has
to be a good bounce.
Yeah.
That like,
or you hit to the right spot of the stadium, or
something. Have PCA stand in center field and lose the ball in the sun. Like that happened earlier this year, and
that's what I thought you were talking about, and I wasn't going to mention it because I already got 2 Derrick Rose cracks in. I didn't want to get a PCA one.
He hit 2 home runs in that game. It's okay. He made up for it.
Yeah,
they won that game.
His dirty mouth against the White Sox.
That's true. That's true. All right, Sean.
Yes, my Mount Rushmore +1 is a part 2 of one I've actually done before. And it's famous people's real names. So a lot of people have stage names, and last time I did it, I mentioned Carlos Javier Correa Oppenheimer Jr. That's not really a stage name, I guess, but it's just Oppenheimer being part of his name. Stevlin Hardaway Judkins instead of Stevie Wonder is always one of my favorite. And so, we're doing a part 2. We're running it back. More famous people with their names that you wouldn't know. Albert Brooks. One of the writers of The Simpsons has made a bunch of movies. He changed his name to Albert Brooks from Albert Einstein.
Okay.
His real name is Albert Einstein. No relation, I don't think.
I get changing that.
Yeah, I think it would be confusing. If you're like Albert Einstein wrote The Simpsons.
Could have just been Albert Stein.
Sure.
Yeah.
Good point. Another one, Michael J. Fox. Michael Andrew Fox is his real name.
Where's the J come from?
There's not that much research being done on these. It is just looking up their real names.
He didn't want to go by Michael A. Fox because then it just sounds like
Michael
Fox.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. John Wayne, badass of a generation. Marion Robert Morrison.
Oh my!
I don't think you're the archetypal badass cowboy if your name's Marion Morrison.
But he's such a badass that I feel like that
makes it work.
That would make it, because I feel like I would be more hesitant to step to a
Marion,
to a badass whose name is Marion.
Boy named Sue type of situation.
Like, oh no.
Yeah. Kid Rock. Rock.
God.
Not his real name.
It's
believe
not?
Believe it or not.
Damn.
Not his real This is
I
where I was like
when he was born, like his parents were just like, kid.
Yeah. Robert James Ritchie.
Okay.
Robert James Ritchie turns into Kid Rock. And then, is this 1, 2, 3? Yeah, this is last but not least. Jerome Silberman turns into Gene Wilder. the star.
Jerome Silberman?
Yeah, star of Willy Wonka. Jerome Silberman.
It's actually
not
honestly,
Gene Wilder.
You could probably do like 100 of these.
I do just have like a list, and like I did the first list, and then I just had a second list, and I've skipped some because I didn't put in both names when I put in the names.
I'd be interested to see what actors and actresses kept their real
not many
names.
Do you know how that works with SAG-AFTRA?
Yeah,
or whatever?
Yeah, you can't have 2 people with the same name.
So when you enter the Actors Union, if your name is taken by someone else, you have to change your name to be in the union.
Yeah,
that's why there's so many actors who have different names.
Yeah,
which I think is crazy.
It's probably. I mean, I don't know if this is the reason, but Michael B. Jordan. I assume Michael Jordan's in SAG because he was in Space Jam. Yeah,
probably.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so he has to be Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Also for clarity's sake.
Yeah, it helps.
It helps, and much like Albert Brooks.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't think Albert Einstein was part of the
No,
actors
but for
union.
clarity.
Yeah. He's still alive?
He had to have been in a movie. Come on. Yeah.
I mean, you never know.
Back in the day.
Like,
Oh,
The
a
Simpsons has
nonverbal
been-
black and white.
The Simpsons has been accused of time travel. Does anyone know what Albert Brooks actually looks like? I'm just saying. Like I'm just saying, there's time travel, pretty clear indications within the Simpsons show. How they're always,
Oh, there he is.
look, man. I'm just saying, like,
And then look at his real
Now
name.
what I know what it looks like. Albert Lawrence Einstein.
look, like if you. That could be Albert Einstein with
No,
some plastic
it
surgery.
can't be.
With some plastic surgery.
Really
like,
good play.
yeah.
Some Mission Impossible level.
Like some time travel, you know. I love that you're Googling comparison to Albert Einstein.
Just
Oh no, I need images.
Yeah, it's gonna be. They have the same name. That's the comparison.
dang it.
They're not gonna be. No one else has had this conspiracy.
No, we know.
theory
Yes,
other than you
scroll that.
two.
No, it's right there.
Ah, there it is. Yeah, there's a big difference.
Yeah, they don't look anything.
Albert
alike.
Einstein literally looks like he got electrocuted.
They're both.
Look, times have changed. You never know, man.
Sure. You know what? We do never know. We never
I'm just
know.
saying, like anything.
I don't
can be
know
on the table.
If Albert Einstein, it seems like a lot of trouble just to make, like Finding Nemo and stuff. But sure.
It would be very funny if there was time travel and Albert Einstein was like, I'm going to travel in the future and I'm going to write The Simpsons.
Yeah, and like animated stuff.
Yeah, like I'm not going to do like math.
No,
I'm going to
hell
write
no.
The Simpsons. I'm going to no,
Career
I'm gonna
change.
I'm going to be a billionaire. All right, we'll take our break here. When we get back, there are a bunch of near returns happening. We'll see the first one coming up here in the Tiger Series for the Houston Astros. Hunter Brown will return, but Yainer Diaz, Christian Javier, Lance McCullers. What's the plan for each one of them? What's the plan? 5-man versus 6-man rotation. We'll go through all of that next year. Joe, Cam, and Sean on the bullpen here on ESPN 97.5. Joe, Sean, and Cam out here at Dick's House of Sport in Friendswood. We are next to the Road to Fanatics games that's happening right now. People are still trying for their chance to be one of the top 3 people to get sent to New York to compete for a chance to win $1 million at the Fanatics Fest in New York. Reed Shepard should be here now.
He should be here now.
Momentarily.
He's late.
I know he's here because Lexi's not here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or she's just stalking.
Oh, she was honest about it though. I give it to her.
It's her job.
It is her job. Yeah, she is the boss technically. Apparently.
Yeah. Yep.
Apparently we have other employees that we didn't know about.
Yeah. Apparently we do. But that'll be happening here in just a little bit. But we'll talk some Astros here. Hunter Brown coming back this week versus the Tigers. The Astros have not announced officially what their plans are yet to go 5-man or 6-man rotation. We'll take a look at a lot of the guys who are coming back here and what the plan is for them. Sean, I'll start with you. Like, when Hunter Brown comes back, what do you want the Astros to do? They got a bunch of games coming up, not a lot of off days. The bullpen kind of taxed a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, besides Imai's performance last night, you've been getting some length from your starters, but, like, you're limiting your bullpen if you go to a 6-man rotation. So what do you think the Astros' best plan is here, 5 or 6-man rotation when Hunter Brown returns?
I think because it's Hunter Brown who's adding to rotation, that you can go 6-man there. You factor in the schedule and the days off, but because the pitcher you're adding to the 6-man rotation is someone who more often than not is going to go, 6-7 innings each start. Like, it is going to be something where those starts should be taking the tax off the bullpen.
Yep.
So it makes it a little bit more tenable than if it was, for Javier or for Lance McCullers. One of these guys that, if they go out and only give you 4 innings, you're not shocked.
Yeah. Cam?
This is tricky for me because there's been so much inconsistency with some of the starting pitching that I feel like stretching out their starts is not going to help the situation out. But at the same time, with all the injuries that we've seen and are still dealing with, I think long term a 6-man rotation is better. But it's like who's gonna fill all those 6 spots?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
is Kaiwei Tang still? Is he going to continue to start, or is he going to go back to his?
I think he kind of
role
factors
in,
when we get to the next guys. But if you were to go 5-man rotation, which I'll say, I think the Astros should go to a 5-man rotation. I know there's not a lot of off days coming up, but as you sit here today, you are 5 games out of the division. You are 3.5 games, 3 games out of the wild card spot right now. The Astros need to put themselves in the best position possible to make a playoff push. The math tells me
having Hunter
Brown start every 5 games instead of every 6 games is better for the Astros, even if it's only 3 times through the rotation before you go back to a 5-man. Like if it's only that, then it's better for you to have him out there more frequently.
No, I get that.
I get the argument for 6, and it's totally valid. And honestly, I think that's what the Astros are going to do. I think they're going to go 6. But I would look at this team with a sense of urgency. I wouldn't have Jeremy Pena off in the last game of the Angels series with an off day the next day. He doesn't need 2 days off.
Yeah.
He just doesn't. Have some urgency here.
Could you do something where Hunter Brown does start every 5 days, and then basically the 6-man gets an extra start? Maybe Tetsuya Imai, who is used to that in Japan. That's kind of how they do it in Japan, where you start every 6 days, or you pitch once a week, basically. Where that could be the way to kind of figure that out. Now, I don't know if Imai is. This is the thing with Imai. You don't know, how malleable he is to that kind of stuff. If he's already getting used to being every 5 days, and you throw this at him, and then gets him out of whack again. Yeah. So it is tough. There's not a easy answer. It's just more. I think you also have enough guys in the bullpen that can go 2 innings if you need to. If
Blue
Tang,
Ball and those guys.
Yeah, Blue Ball, Tang, Santa. You can figure out some 2-inning guys there without stretching them out too much.
Yeah, I mean, to your point, Peter Lambert, depending on just how the rotation falls when Hunter Brown actually returns. You can tell Peter Lambert, Kaiwei Tang, Tatsuya Imai, hey, you're going to get skipped.
Yeah.
And you're going to end up pitching every 7 days here. And it's just the way it's going to be. deal with it, and that's going to get Hunter Brown every 5 days starting. Like, that does solve the problem. So that's where, like, they can go either direction, I think, in that situation. But I would prefer 5. Now, I think when it gets more complicated is when you have big contracts coming back, and Christian Javier is going to be the next starter to return after Hunter Brown, a guy that first start in Sugarland, very, very positive. Major league stuff this season, not deserving of a spot in this rotation with how the other guys are pitching, even though Burrows has been a struggle bus a lot of times. Imai's obviously been very up and down. Tang has been struggling recently. But, like, Christian Javier, to me, like, if he wasn't making $18 million this year, like, wouldn't deserve a spot in the rotation.
Right.
He's going to get one.
Yeah.
So who's leaving?
Yeah, and this is where
this is probably when you're probably back at a 5-man rotation at this point. So it's probably 2 guys have to leave the rotation now.
And this is what we're talking about with Brown and the 6-man rotation of, like, well, you still need to win these games. You know, like, so you can't do too much kind of entitlement ball of, like, well, you know, we are paying this guy this much, so he has to be a starter. It's like you also do need to balance that with, like, Peter Lambert's just pitched better than these guys this season, but he might be the one that either gets bumped to the bullpen or gets sent back down. I wonder if you could do a Mike Burrows stint in AAA. Like, you probably should, but this is where that, you know, you are meeting the, like, you know, equity in the organization, rubber meeting the road there.
And I'm still on that train of moving Burrows to the bullpen or sending him to AAA.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, there hasn't been a start that proved you wrong yet.
he's been consistently bad.
Yeah, there's like 2 good starts in there.
Yeah. Well, you've been saying it for probably like a month now, and every time you get proven right.
I get what he gave Pittsburgh in his limited time, and, like, I can see what with the Astros' history of being able to take these mid pitchers and turn them into something, but it's not the same pitching staff. And Burrows has had 3-4 months now, and I feel like we've seen what we're going to get out of Burrows this year, and it's just like, can Christian Javier do better than 5.8 ERA? I think so. I'm not expecting him to be in the 3s, but if you can give me 4.5, I'll take that over than almost 6.
Yeah, and it is interesting. I mean, not just that he's pitching well in AAA, Javier is, because I'm a pretty absolutist with. I don't care what your rehab start looks like, both in the negative or positive, like especially in the positive.
Josh Hader got shelled in his last 2 starts. He's been excellent since he came back.
Yeah,
last 2 appearances.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, you're blown away. But I will say the velocity coming back in those starts for Christian Javier in AAA, that's something where it's like, that's a real thing. That's like, he's throwing that hard, like he can throw that hard in the majors, and maybe that does, you know, help him with his fastball, get his mojo back with the was it vertical induced break? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I was like, I knew it's 3 words that that are very confused. I'd never heard of it before Christian Javier 3 years ago, and now I'm expected to recall it. But he is getting that action a little bit back, so maybe I raise my hopes for Christian Javier's return a little bit. It's not so much the guy that we've seen since he's come back from Tommy John, but I am like still not like, oh, great, Christian Javier's back.
Yeah.
You know, it's not the level of Hunter Brown.
Yeah, what about McCullers? Then I'll do both of mine for you.
McCullers might just be a piggyback guy. Like, you just piggyback him and Lambert,
so
or
that's
him and Tang.
So that's kind of where I'm at with both of them. Is like, okay, so, you know, you have a rotation. Everyone's healthy at some point in theory. Your rotation is Hunter Brown, Spencer Arrighetti, Tatsi Imai, Javier, McCullers.
Yeah.
Burrows is in AAA. Kaiwei Tang is piggybacking one of them. Nate Pearson is off the roster.
Yep.
And then Peter Lambert is on the roster, and he's piggybacking the other one.
Mm-hmm.
And
you're just looking to get 3 innings out of 2 guys.
Santa goes back down, even though I've really liked him so far. Like,
I think he's the only guy with options left. I think someone else has. I think like maybe Arrighetti has options, and
maybe Blue Ball has options, but like
maybe it's him.
Like, so I like Blue Ball, but like
he's borderline.
Like I probably would. Like, you could make an argument for Blue Ball to be the guy to go down instead of Santa, if you want.
It could be something where, you know, if one game he needs to pitch 6 innings, and then they they basically just use that roster spot to send him down to get a fresher arm in. Like they've done that with like Alexander.
Jason
Alexander before, where it's like they kind of use him up when as mop-up duty and send him down for a fresh arm.
Yeah, so like I think that's because like Javier McCullers are going to have a spot in this rotation. Like I know people are going to say they want McCullers DFA. Like I just don't think we're at that point yet. So the only way to salvage this roster as you're trying to make a push here this season to me is McCullers goes out there and Lambert stands up, and the second Lance McCullers is in danger, Lambert has to start getting ready.
Yeah.
And if that means you get 2 innings from McCullers one game and then 6 innings the next game, and Lambert is going 5 to 2 innings, somewhere in that range, like just depending on what McCullers does, I think that's the move. Same thing with Tang, with Javier. Like just you got to find a balance of how you're going to handle these guys. And in theory, that saves your bullpen, where McCullers Lambert combo might have to wear it if it's not going well and you're chalking that game up as an L. But to me, like that's the only solution if these guys have to come back into rotation, which they do right now.
Yeah, and normally you wouldn't want to do that with 2 arms, like you're talking about, where you just start running out of bullpen guys when you start doing this. But again, that's where you do need to depend on the top part of your rotation to make this plan feasible, because you can't have the Hunter Brown only gets 4 innings start. Now you're in real trouble.
You're in trouble.
Yeah, so you do need like your ace to be an ace. You need Arrighetti to keep up Ace Arrighetti. He's next tier down from an ace, like an ace this season.
Yeah.
Where it's like still not quite the belief you have in Brown, or going back like Fromber when things were going right. But he is a guy where it's like 6 innings. Can we get 6? Can we get 5 or 6 innings every start from Arrighetti? Can we get 6 or 7 from Hunter Brown? That way, if Hunter Brown it all goes according to plan, a 7-inning Hunter Brown start, well, then you're using Abreu, King, or Hader as the to figure out those 2 innings, and that really makes things easier, where you're not having to break into any long relief there.
Yainer Diaz, Cam.
I don't know, because I heard y'all talking about this one yesterday.
It's tough. It is a tough one.
What we talked about yesterday was, what Sean and I kind of locked in on inside the icebox was catch once or twice a week. If you're at home, DH twice a week to let Jordan play in left field, and then maybe 1 game at first to give Christian Walker a day.
But I think that's more if he needs it. Like if Christian Walker needs it. I don't think that's a scheduled thing, because you just can't take him out of the lineup for that often.
No,
and what you lose with the glove.
Yeah, I think the real, in a perfect world, you'd play every game at home.
Yeah.
And then on those days, you could put Walker as your DH and put Jordan in left. But, if Diaz comes back during, this Toronto series, I don't know what they do with him.
No, and your solution is much more diplomatic. It's much more like you have experience actually managing people, and I just am like, bench them.
Well,
that was mine. Mine was just like, congrats, you catch once or twice a week when Vasquez needs a break, and that you're the backup catcher now for the Houston Astros, and this is a much more flexible, keeping everyone happy kind of way that you have to manage people. I was a little bit more cold-hearted with it, just because, if he's going to be a bad defensive catcher, or bad pitch caller, or if he even is calling pitches, which is of some debate, but if you're going to sacrifice that, he also needs to be good at the dish as a hitter, and he just hasn't been that so far.
I'm on board with that. Diaz spots Christian when he needs a break.
And
it's until you
Sunday day game after a night game.
Exactly.
Until you show me something, there's no reason to start him more than Vasquez right now.
Whatever, July 31st, maybe you see what you can get for him.
Yeah. I'm okay with that.
I mean, to be honest, I think in a perfect world, Sean, I would take your approach.
Mm-hmm. My way is the MLB The Show way of handling this.
Yes.
Yours is the human being way to handle this.
So Todd Cowell said yesterday he feels like it's gonna be kind of a split, where maybe it's 4-2. You play 6 games a week. Maybe it's Yainer's catching 2 of them, and then he DHs 1 day a week, and that gets him 3 games a week.
Mm-hmm.
I could see a 3-3 split. Like, I disagree with it.
Yeah,
like,
that'd be
strongly.
tough. That'd be tough.
Because the Astros have a winning record when Christian Vasquez is the catcher. They don't when Yainer Diaz is. Like, it's just the reality of it. Like, again, like if you're trying to make a playoff push, which this organization is, like they're not rolling over and dying, like playing Yainer doesn't make sense. But it's all these injuries, besides Hunter Brown, like none of them are really positive for the Astros ultimately. Like unless Christian Javier turns it around, but Lance has had some positive starts, but largely bad.
Yeah, it's trick or treat.
Yeah, like it's very much just like unfortunately, the Astros' injury returns are probably making this team worse.
Yeah, or at the very least, it's not the cavalry's on the way. It's not, other than Hunter Brown and Josh Hader, who came back earlier this week. It's not like, or last week. It's not like, oh my God, order has been restored. It is like, well, Peter Lambert's been a better pitcher than Javier and McCullers have been this year.
It's nice to get back, quote, healthy people, but like you said, none of these options make.
It helps with depth.
It helps with depth, but then it's like then you're having to balance average to bad players.
Yes.
And it's just like then you're having to play these guys that you honestly don't want to, but because they're coming back from injury, you have to.
Yeah, and they're like, nominally, I don't know if I want to say stars, but they are like nominally the starters at these spots.
Yeah.
But they are worse than the replacements have been. So yes, you're getting depth, but it's like, no, the depth is Diaz, Javier, McCullers. The depth isn't the replacements of those guys.
We're going to do at 2:30, we're going to do our Houston sports athletes that we think would have been very good at soccer if this was a soccer country and basically football and basketball were not the kings of the world, and baseball as well. You can go any direction you want. We'll do that. Come up at 2:30. But coming up next, forgot to put this on the rundown, but the NBA Finals could be over tonight. So what we've seen so far, what we're expecting tonight in Knicks Spurs, interesting story coming out, I think, out of San Antonio in regards to ticket sales and how they're handling things. We'll get to all of that next. Joe, Cam, and Sean broadcasting live from Dick's House of Sport in Friendswood next to the Road to Fanatics games.
This is the Bullpen.
On ESPN 97.5 and the ESPN Houston app.
Broadcasting live from the mobile Huntington Bank Studios located at Dick's House of Sport in Webster. Here's Cam Smith, Sean Mapes, and Joe George.
Joe, Sean, and Cam broadcasting live from Dick's House of Sport in Friendswood, right next to the Road to Fanatics games. They're setting up the barriers for us because we're so famous. AKA Reed Shepard's about to come over here and see if he's got any soccer skills.
I will say there's more barriers up. Maybe they learned from the experience with the Texans. The Texans didn't get this level of protection. Maybe just the timing of it worked out differently.
Yeah, I wouldn't say Reed is a more famous player than those guys. So
it
feels like a lesson learned here a little bit.
Yeah.
We're gonna do our Houston athletes that we think would have been very good at soccer coming up in the next segment. Before we wrap up the show with the worst person in sports and what you loved in sports, is the bullpen always wraps up with.
Yep.
I don't know how to say Brian's little soliloquy thing that he does, but
something
about fishes.
I can do it. I'll do it when we get there.
Are you going to scream as loud as you can?
No.
Tonight, the Spurs, 5.5-point favorites in the game tonight. Game 5 could be over.
Yeah.
I went Knicks money line plus 170 on this one. Was like, I'm going to say they're going to end this thing tonight.
I mean, any team in this series getting plus, just take it. Because it's going to be a 2-point game with 90 seconds left.
Yeah, like I'm going to take the plus 170. Knicks win the championship tonight. So I think they're going to do it. Like Jalen Brunson's played great. OG Anunoby. Karl-Anthony Towns had a great series. Something I never thought I would say in the NBA Finals. Sean, just your impressions of what we've seen so far with the series and how you think it goes tonight.
No, it's been a great series. Arguably has been the best NBA final as far as like when you turn on the games and are you watching an entertaining game. It's been the best finals that I remember in a while. Like even 2016 finals, basically the opposite of this, where this might be a 5-game series of 5 close games. The 2016 is one of the greatest finals of all time. Only one close game, really. Every other game was decided by 15 or more, I think. So there's an element of I'm going against you on this, Joe, just because I think spiritually this just should be a 6-game series, not a 5-game series. Just like the coin flips can't keep going the wrong way. But, to quote Mitch Johnson, like the Spurs have decided the outcome of every game this series. That's not been a good thing for the Spurs as they're down 3-1. And so I have a hard time being like, yes, Knicks are definitely getting it done tonight. I will say, as far as like 3-1 comeback watch, I don't have very good, I guess, feelings about the Spurs being able to pull this off because they have tricked off at least 2 games where it's been actually like pretty appalling.
Yeah.
I think the game 2 loss, although they did give up like a 16-0 run to lose the game by 10, but I think that the game 4 loss is just like one of those like all-timers.
Oh, dude, I mean,
like I just can't believe in you. I can't. Yeah, I guess it is.
Literally,
I guess it literally is. But I can't believe in you to like maybe bounce back and win one game. Get some pride together, home court, whatever.
Yeah.
But like then doing it 3 more times, like I can't trust you. I can't trust you to be up 30 with 9 minutes left, or 20, it was 20 with 9 minutes left.
Yeah,
like
a couple things.
That's not a good position to be.
The Knicks trailed by 17 points with less than 9 minutes to go. Entering that game, teams were 0-96 when trailing 17 plus or more in the final 9 minutes of a regulation finals game since 1970-71. The Knicks now make that 1-96. Also, NBA teams were 4-750 when down by 20 or more in the fourth quarter of a playoff game over the last 30 years, now 5-750.
Yeah.
2 of those 5 wins belong to the New York Knicks this postseason.
Yeah, the Cavs game 1 and then this one. And I'm pretty sure the Rockets against the Clippers in 2015 is one of the other wins.
Yeah.
And then
the
there's
Josh
one
Smith
more.
game.
Yeah. So I just have a hard time, I have a hard time believing the Spurs can play clean basketball and win. Because I am penciling in, like I said, it's going to be a 2-point game with 2 minutes left. Like, we'll figure it out.
I think the Spurs win this one, but that's it. I think the series is over. I just think that they get one more. I think it's just one of those things where, you could look at it as like, okay, it was such a huge defeat. It could be in their back of their minds, and they're going to play like crap. But I also think that New York had to exert so much energy to make that historical comeback.
Yeah.
And they're back in San Antonio.
There's a little bit of like the celebration for Game 4 was because it rightfully so. It was an insane game that put you one win away from the finals or from winning the finals. But it is like just as an emotional for the Spurs having to pick themselves up, it is that emotional for the Knicks to kind of like reset themselves.
Yeah. I just think it's one of those.
Because they did go down 30 in that game. Like that
it's crazy.
Don't be doing that too often.
I still can't fathom how that comeback. I mean,
yeah, you need so many things to go wrong. You need so many. I mean, we've all talked about like the De'Aaron Fox play, going up for the layup, him fouling Alvarado with 5 seconds left when the Knicks weren't really close to getting anything good look there with 5 seconds left. Victor Wembanyama missing the 2 free throws. I mean, you can even that's just the last 45 seconds of things that could have went wrong.
And the turnovers again.
Turnovers.
Too. Yeah.
There's another Fox pass where Castle wasn't looking, goes out of bounds. There's Mitch Johnson not calling any timeouts when they give up a 14-10 or 14-2 run like 3 different times in the second half.
Or pulling a Rockets against the Warriors, taking a bunch of early threes instead of just like playing. Like
it was like 10 seconds on the shot clock for like half their threes.
And it wasn't even like just those. There's a lot of like De'Aaron Fox where it's like there's not really any passes and it's just De'Aaron Fox on OG Anunoby on De'Aaron Fox and it's like just a step back jumper. It's like, hey guys, that won't work. Like you just cannot be doing that play because I think he was the only Spur to take 6 shots in the fourth quarter was De'Aaron Fox and he was 2 for 6. Like that you just can't be doing that.
No, and it's like he had played so well for his role the first couple of games, and it's just like it just went out the window.
Yeah,
it's like as soon as the Knicks started coming back, it's like everybody who had played their position.
The game just flipped.
That they had been.
Yeah.
It was just like it just all went out the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, this series has been like you said, Sean. It's been a lot of fun. I think I said this the other day. I don't know if you heard me, but I think there's some interesting Rockets implications from this one that people are going to look at the Tom Thibodeau.
They don't have the worst. They don't have the worst meltdown in the playoffs now.
No, but like the Tom Thibodeau to Mike Brown transition.
Oh yeah,
is going to be one of people are going to point to with.
Udoka,
with Udoka.
I mean, he was already catching some Thibodeau,
comps, and then look what the Knicks did. Like they fired their coach who took them to the, conference finals for the first time in 20 years or something like that, and then they're going to win the championship over an alien. This season, like people are going to look at the Rockets and Udoka and be like, maybe that's the long-term path. I do think the Mike Brown story is like fascinating with this whole thing. Like,
I was going to say to the Knicks' credit and to why like. It's not as easy as that. It's like, the firing Thibodeau and potentially firing Udoka, that's the easy part.
Yeah.
Hiring the Mike Brown's the hard part.
Yeah, it is funny, like, his career trajectory now is like, he got fired in Sacramento. I don't know if you guys have watched this clip.
Yeah.
Where De'Aaron Fox is supposed to be closing, like, he's supposed to be, like, on his man. Like, they're playing the Pistons. He's off pretty far.
Mm-hmm. Jaden Ivey is the shooter.
Ivey.
Another funny
R.I.P. his career. Fox closes out strong. Ivy hits the 3 and the foul and the free throw. Gets a 4-point play. Mike Brown calls De'Aaron Fox out by name in the postgame press conference. Gets fired the next day for calling out De'Aaron Fox. And then in the NBA Finals, De'Aaron Fox makes another bonehead play instead of running out the clock. And it's like, oh, well, maybe Mike Brown was right.
Yeah. And there's a weird thing where, like, De'Aaron Fox was upset that this is classic like Sacramento's Kings like BS of like De'Aaron Fox was upset that Mike Brown was fired. It's like Mike Brown and him had a good relationship. It was just
why he felt comfortable calling him out.
Yeah, exactly. But it's just Kings gonna Kings and yada yada yada. They trade De'Aaron Fox whatever. 18 months later.
Yeah.
and here we are in the finals.
All right, when we get back, Houston sports athletes. So we think if they focus purely on soccer, would be able to represent their country in the World Cup. We'll do that next. It's Joe, Cam, and Sean broadcasting live from inside Dick's House of Sport next to the Road to Fanatics games right here on ESPN 97.5.
This is the Bullpen,
on ESPN 97.5 and the ESPN Houston app.
broadcasting live from the mobile Huntington Bank Studios located at Dick's House of Sport in Webster. Here's Cam Smith, Sean Mapes, and Joe George.
Joe, Sean, and Cam broadcasting live here from Dick's House of Sport on ESPN 97.5, the Bullpen. Reed Shepard is in the game they got going on right now. Big score he just put up. Much better result than the Texans. Much better result.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Call me out. Just do it now, Sean.
Okay, take you behind the curtain. When the Texans were here doing this penalty kick shootout thing, Joe in the break before that was like, "Hey, let's actually move this up to talk about which Houston athletes, which athletes in America should represent or could have represented the Team USA." And then the Texans get here. They are very large. Danielle Hunter, Nico Collins were on the other side of the skate, 3 feet away from us.
Yeah.
And before the segment starts, Joe's like, "Actually, I don't think we're going to do this segment."
Because they were terrible at it.
Yes, yeah, but still, you have to have the integrity.
I know.
And also, I don't think. I mean, they can probably hear us, but they're pro athletes. Like they've heard it before. But yeah, I think that was a little cowardly move.
That's fine.
A little cowardly move.
I accept
Like
that.
Danielle Hunter is gonna whip around and
Look, man, he's massive.
He's gonna sack you like in those
Punch your
those
mustache off.
commercials.
He's a large man. But Houston sports athletes, you think could have been legit at soccer if they would have focused on that, not their other sport.
Yeah.
Are we doing current or
Whatever you want.
Tight.
I mean, Hakeem Olajuwon.
Yeah, goalie, right?
Famously was a goalie until he was 16.
Yeah, now, I think people forget that soccer players are much smaller than your average NFL and NBA player.
Even goalkeepers, they're not going to be 6'10".
Reed would be massive, compared to a lot of soccer
yeah,
players
he would
on
have.
Team USA.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Luis Scola.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that move.
Yeah,
I feel
probably.
I feel like you're profiling here a little bit.
Yeah,
with a European.
I'm being smart.
Well, Argentina.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I mean, come on.
I mean,
now.
that's still not. You still are profiling, but he's not European.
I know. I don't know why I said that.
But I think that's a pretty good. I mean, you thought he sucked. I was actually like.
I think I put Reed on the list. He's actually driven the ball in there pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah, see, Reed's playing his way on the spot that Tank.
Tank got cut. Tank got cut from my
so
roster.
okay, so Shepard in, Tank out.
Yeah,
okay.
Tank's out.
Yeah, I think those are both pretty good calls. I do wonder.
I saw Michael Schwab tweet this. He said Andre Johnson as a goalie. I'm like, yeah,
yeah,
the hands,
decent
the
size,
hands,
decent size.
because you do need to be on the bigger side.
Yeah, for a goalie, a wide receiver,
that's
Andre would be great in that.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of other. I mean, Altuve, just similar body type to Messi. It's just all the other stuff that Messi is good at that lets him get away with it. That's why I do I get you don't have to be athletically imposing, but you do need athleticism.
Oh,
you
sure.
do. You do.
Yeah.
It would help to be a freak athlete.
I feel like I'm gonna get my reps back here a little bit. Okay.
Okay.
I would put James Harden because he flops all the time.
That's hilarious. I'm dead.
Yeah. I mean, you saw the game.
It fits the culture.
You saw the. I actually want to mention. Actually, I'll save it for next segment. I just realized I could just save it for next segment for things we love. But I think that the another one would probably be. I think Pena could probably pick it up just because He has some size to him, but he's not massive.
Mm-hmm.
It's not unrealistic that a guy could play soccer at that size. And I think just being strong would also help.
Yeah, Pena's a good one.
And he's fast. He's really fast.
I was even thinking Bryce Matthews.
Yeah.
He just looks like a good athlete.
Yeah.
The NBA players are tough. It's just
I mean, because you can't use anyone over 6'5".
Yeah, they're
basically.
too tall. It's
that's half the team.
They have to be point guards.
I think football players would translate the best because you have all that cardio.
Yeah, and cutting.
The spurts and the cuts.
Yeah, could Jalen Noel be good?
Probably. Stingley's
a good one.
Yeah.
I actually do. I know you thought he sucked, but I thought Danielle Hunter actually.
He's too big.
Yeah, but as a center back, just taking note, and he has he has some quickness. He has a quick first step. He can bend and then also
I guess
he can body anybody.
He probably wouldn't be as large if he was like his arms would
Yeah.
not be,
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan size. If he wasn't, if he was just a soccer player.
Yeah, what's the measurements on Daniil Hunter? Because I do. Also, I'm not sure if they're real, considering I just stood next to. Yeah, 262 probably doesn't play.
No,
probably doesn't play.
I don't think it does.
He's just out there for intimidation.
I googled one of the players on Team USA because I was like, I wonder how big this guy is, and it was Serginho Dest, who played pretty well last night. And he's listed at 5'7", 137.
Yeah, look, they're small.
like I was just not ready.
Jose.
I was
Jose
just not ready
Altuve.
for
Yeah.
that size.
No, like Altuve is like the size. Like,
Yeah.
like he's the guy.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that, like translates the most.
Yeah, just
Promoter,
seeing a
like-
sub 140 was like, whoa.
Dude, like
I could see Mauricio Dubon.
oh, I can see Doobie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Quick-
that's another really good one.
Quick feet.
Aaron
little spark
Brooks
plug.
back in the day.
yeah.
Go another point guard.
Aaron. I don't know. Wasn't Aaron Brooks the one that always had his his feet so closed in whenever he shot? Or was that Luther Head?
You're thinking Luther Head.
Luther Head.
Wrong,
Right, Aaron Brooks
wrong
then,
young
yeah.
piece from the late 2000s
Not
Rockets.
Luther Head. Not the
Not
duck-
Luther
not
Head.
the
So
duck.
Luther Head and Tank Dell. No.
No.
Hard nose.
No.
Everyone else, kind of a
No.
we can see it.
Yeah, like and I probably like Tank probably still like but like was unimpressed. Just saying, looked uncomfortable
Just
there.
bad combine.
Yeah,
He had a bad combine.
Yeah, bad showing. Like
Bad combine.
like bad day for him.
Speaking of bad combine, maybe Kamari Lassiter, I could see as like
yeah.
as an he would be just an enforcer.
Yeah.
When you translate his skill set to the soccer pitch.
Well, and those are the guys too. Like really, like probably the goalies is like yes, the wide receivers, but probably like the defensive backs.
Yeah.
Like are probably like the dudes that like you'd want.
Yeah,
probably to
and
be
like
in there.
there is a lot of like having to run with guys in space to play defense
Yeah.
in soccer, where it's like that is what corners do. You
Yeah.
know, like that is
Yeah.
a very similar skill set. And then, they go from being the smallest guys on a football field to Kamari Lassiter would be one of the bigger guys on a soccer pitch. Like
Yeah.
that element of it too. It's like you think of these guys as just like fast and quick. It's like they would have that and also be super strong.
Yeah, I would say one I'm a no on would be Petrie. Even if he took football out of his life, I don't see him not being. I think he's too physical.
Yeah.
Like I just think he. To me, red cards.
That's one of those
You'd
things.
say he's a problem.
That's
Like,
he's a situation where it gets said a lot. You see it online where it's like, thank God he found football in his
Yeah.
life. Otherwise, like this man just
Yo,
being
yeah.
a civilian would be tough. And Petrie, Al-Shair, I mean the Texans defense. There's a lot of
Dude.
guys
No,
where it's
dude.
like walking red cards.
No.
Yeah, I mean even Kamari Lassiter's would probably cross the line every once in a while. Could we get Aaron Holiday? Could we get Aaron Holiday on a soccer pitch?
Probably. Like it is funny. It's probably like the backup guys.
Yeah.
Are probably like the ones that we're not thinking of that.
Van
might be
Vliet.
Arian
Van Vliet.
Foster?
I could see Van Vliet as a team captain.
I
Team captain type.
I don't see the speed there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Arian Foster.
Aaron Foster's good.
Oh yeah, Arian would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a winger or something.
Yeah.
And then again, because he's like 6'2" or whatever, he is like one of the taller guys
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah, Aaron's a good pull. I didn't think about him. Running back's tough because like I just don't typically like see like
The guy, yeah.
yeah like the
Guys that
transition.
thin.
Yeah, like it's like like Arian fits it.
Like Trendon Holiday back in the day.
Oh,
Just
great
go punt returners.
Yeah.
Yo.
Oh, like Devin Hester.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
like those are the guys. Like those are. Like those guys are in the wrong sport.
Yeah, we
Like,
mentioned Noel. Yeah, yeah. I think that's kind of the way you have to look at it too. Is like the guy's kind of too small for football and basketball. They'd be just right for soccer, and then you take the athleticism and I don't know. Instead, when they're 5 years old, instead of putting a basketball in their hand, you put a soccer ball
Yeah.
at their feet and see what happens.
So if we're talking returners, Jacoby.
Jacoby Jones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he'd be good too
For
because
sure.
he's also like 6'2",
Yeah.
6'3".
Yeah, like that's a good call. Like Jacoby would definitely have been a good translate into soccer
Yeah,
if he wasn't a football guy.
yeah. That I think that's the way we have to think about those because there is, yeah. It's really hard to be like tall and skinny. Like Jabari Smith, it's like if he was just like 2 inches smaller, but the same like proportions, if he was like just 6'5", he could be the tallest soccer player, but he would be good. It would work out for him because he's not carrying all that weight.
Is KD skinny enough?
He's too tall, though. He's too tall. 6'11".
Goalie?
No. Because I do think you can't be so tall as a goalie.
I wonder
because the goalies will be like 6'5".
Yeah.
They're not like 6'10".
No. KD gives me clumsy soccer vibes.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Would trip over his feet, I feel like, if he was running
famously,
like that.
Famously, his foot was too big one time.
Yeah.
That is a very famous example of, yes, he was maybe too big to play basketball.
All right, we'll take our final break here. Worst person in sports, things we love. We'll do that next right here. The Bullpen on ESPN 97.5.
You're listening to The Bullpen
on ESPN 97.5 and the ESPN Houston app.
Broadcasting live from the mobile Huntington Bank Studios located at Dick's House of Sport in Webster. Here's Cam Smith, Sean Mapes, and Joe George.
Welcome in to ESPN 97.5 and 19. This isn't the part where...
Oh, it's not?
No. It's the transition from love to hate. That's the thing. You're thinking of... I don't know. Hype train?
Hype train.
No, I just kind of
Hype
forgot
train.
when Brian does it. It's been a while since I've been on the Bullpen, like since last year. And then honestly, every time we were at LeBurge, like I feel like we never got to this segment.
Yeah, normally this gets short shrift.
Okay, so we start with what's the worst?
Yes, worst person.
Okay,
in
worst
sports.
person in sports.
I mean, there's a lot of. I can I go with like celebrity Knick fans?
Yeah.
with like some exceptions. Like there's some exceptions. There's some where I'm just like making a little bit about yourself, and the barrier to be a Knicks alum is very low.
That list is very funny. Like the celebrity list, and then like the Knicks alums that are in there. Like
it's like Chris Dudley legitimately was in the building for Game 4 as like a Knicks alum.
Yeah.
A like backup center who most people don't know, whose biggest claim to fame was he got into a Shaq. I forgot. Oh, Shaq like very much disrespected him, like pushed him down after dunking on him, and like that's all I know Chris Dudley for. And he is a Knicks alum in the same breath as like Walt Frazier.
Yeah, it's crazy. No, it's crazy. Like I think it's a good one. Like
the celebrity culture around the Knicks.
Yeah, like Chalamet is like he's there all the time.
Chalamet, Stiller.
Yeah,
like you're good.
Sandler, like they're good. Like
I mean,
Swiftie. Like,
I mean, she was at the Cavs Game 3 as a Cavs fan.
The Knicks radio had hot mics. They didn't hear their producer say hot mic.
Oh yeah,
and they got caught saying like, "Why is she down there?" Basically, she's not a Knicks fan.
But it's a valid point.
Totally fair.
Yeah, but it's Taylor Swift, so you can't.
Yeah,
you can't really.
What are you supposed to say?
Yeah, you can't criticize.
No, I think that's a good call, Cam.
Worst person?
Yeah,
I'm also on the Knicks theme. The fans the Knicks fans that were fighting and beating up Spurs fans,
crazy.
even though they won.
Yeah,
the
hooliganism.
Yeah,
the hooliganism.
And now it makes sense why they put up the Great Wall of China around the stadium to like try and alleviate some of the madness, and it still happened.
John Belmer.
Oh yeah, I went with this weird Spurs thing that's happening where they're not allowing people to buy tickets for the finals game tonight unless you live within 150 miles of the stadium of San Antonio.
Yeah.
I mean, I get why they're doing it, but like, I mean, the Knicks are probably going to win tonight, and you're not going to have a single Knicks fan there. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. I mean, you'll have Knicks fans.
No, those already have their tickets.
Some,
like,
like the Sixers tried to do this.
Yeah.
2 rounds ago, and it didn't work.
It doesn't work. The Brewers do it all the time.
Because you can also you can get it from whatever third party.
Yeah.
Well, like don't a lot of like college football teams like only reserve?
They like hold
certain amount for like visiting like players. Yeah. But to like. I mean, it's the NBA Finals. Like, it's a worldwide watch sport. So to try and, like...
Well, it's also, like, 150 miles. Like, my credit card wouldn't work trying to buy a ticket. Yeah. Like, there is an element of, like, you can make it, like, 1,000. It doesn't
so what
really
about the people that
things.
grew up in San Antonio have always been Spurs fans, but then moved?
Yeah,
it's like, oh, sorry.
It's crazy
I don't know if there's an appeals process.
No, the Brewers do this with the Cubs. Like, you have to, like, have a Wisconsin zip code to buy Brewers tickets for the regular season games against the Cubs. Which is, like, incredibly soft. And then, like, there's people who I know, like, who have, like, left Milwaukee and, like, live in Illinois and, like, couldn't buy tickets to the games. Like, they'd, like, have their buddies from back home buy it and then transfer it over.
That falls more into, like, the Sixers thing of, like, it makes more sense because it is so drivable.
Yeah,
or
that's true.
so, you know, for New York, like, you can just take a train. There's a train that connects those two cities where it's, like, it is, like, once you get far enough northwest of, like, Chicago suburbs, you just turn into Wisconsin at a certain point. So,
no, my drive to Wisconsin and Chicago downtown was basically the same.
Yeah, so I think that's that makes a little bit more sense. It's also like the price point is a lot lower, so it's a lot more doable.
I'm gonna go with the Brewers.
Not
for that reason. They're cheating, and I can't prove it. I can't prove it yet.
Okay.
It's not my job to prove it, but they're cheating.
Joe Boy Media here instead of John Boy.
You know the name Joel Kuhnel, the pitcher?
No.
Okay, so he just got recently acquired by the Brewers. His fastball was topping out at 94 miles per hour.
Okay.
Before he got to Milwaukee. His first appearance with the Brewers, he was touching 98 consistently. I can't prove it.
Something's up.
But they're cheating.
Something's up. Didn't they had another guy? They made a trade with the Red Sox for one of their pitchers.
Oh, Kyle Harrison probably.
Harrison, and then the guy they traded to the Red Sox is a beater. It just absolutely sucks.
Yeah, like I don't know what they're doing, but like they're doing something fishy.
Yeah. I mean Mizorowski pumping 105.
Yeah, like there's something going on. Like I can't, I don't know what it is yet.
Could it just be radar guns? Could it just be like they're juicing the mile per hour?
It's in play.
He's injecting himself with Milwaukee's best.
Yeah. Oh, who's their team doctor?
I don't think it's the Dodgers guy.
Dr. Neil Alatrash?
No, but that guy, he's definitely giving steroids to everybody.
All right, we don't. Not definitely. It definitely looks like he's giving steroids to everybody.
He's definitely doing it.
Writing funny prescriptions.
And remember, that guy's not just the Dodgers and Rams doctor. Like, he does surgeries for tons of people.
Yeah, I mean, he's like the guy.
He's done astro surgeries before. Like, it's just like, oh, he's just giving major steroids to Conor McGregor. That's fishy. All right, now we can transition.
Okay, let's stop swimming with the anger sharks and let's doggy paddle or backstroke to the sea of tranquility.
There it is.
What'd you love most in sports this weekend? Cam, we'll start with you.
Well, I think the obvious one that I would have gone to is the Knicks comeback or Team USA's win. But I love when teams I hate beef with one another, including former and current players. And as much as I can't stand Aaron Boone, I love that he basically was like, screw you, Aroldis Chapman. The Yankees don't owe you an apology because Aroldis is not a very good human being or, person. So I thought that was more hilarious, which is why I loved it.
Yep.
I like that. John, you want to go next?
Yeah, I'll go from last night's USMNT game against Paraguay. There was a yellow card given to a USA defender. I think it was Tim Ream. I forgot. Don't quote me on that. And they go back and they look, and I forgot what the term they used was. Misidentification or mistaken identity. That's what it was called. And they go back and they can VAR, instant replay, and assign that it wasn't a yellow card because there's a hard foul on the USA defender. In fact, it's a yellow card on the flopper,
I love that.
Miguel Aldemar or something, for Paraguay. So they can litigate that. And I was actually blown away with how fast they got it done.
Yeah,
which really makes it like, we could our replay system feels very bloated in American sports. It feels like we don't get things overturned that fast. Like challenge calls, like no matter how obvious they are in the NBA,
it's way too long.
It takes a commercial break at least. And some of that is they announce it during the commercial break.
Yeah.
Like if you're at a game live, like it doesn't take the full commercial break. But it's still like they do have to stop the game. Like they kind of just do it, review it, and it was maybe like 35 seconds that it took to flip a yellow card, and it's something that could flip games. It's something very obvious. I'm glad they have.
I love soccer has that where you can be like, nope, you know what? You get it because you flopped.
Yeah. NBA and NFL take notes. Like
nice. Like maybe because the World Cup's here in the States, the NBA will be like, oh, we could do that.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Something like that.
Belmer?
I went with Gio Reyna. Also, U.S. men's national team won here. But in the last World Cup in 2022, not a good performance. Lots of drama with Berhalter after the fact. We weren't sure if he was going to be the same or be on the team this year. Comes out and has that spectacular goal at the end of the game last night. So Gio Reyna.
Hits the John Morant celebration too.
Yep, that's very nice. I'm going to go with because now we've seen the first official video of this, the double-decker bus going from Arlington to the Madisonville Buc-ee's, where a bunch of Dutch fans are just being introduced to Buc-ee's. Love this.
Oh, yeah, the cultural exchange happening.
I love that, Buc-ee's is like, all right, this is where we're taking all these people from another country. I think that's absolutely incredible.
The homie from Germany that's traveling through the American southeast on his way to Houston here. And J.J. Watt's already reached out and is ready to give him
I saw the
a
Space
tour.
Cowboys tweeting at him like, "Hey, we got a jersey with your name on it." I know, but it's his journey is very fun. He took a picture, I think, at Auburn today, inside the SEC, inside their stadium.
I think it was earlier this week because he was there for there's one of the pre-tournament tune-up things, And yeah, they're doing like the swag surf and turning on and off the lights, like the full SEC football experience. They're doing it for like Iceland versus Argentina.
Awesome.
And he was like, "Oh my god!" And there's just been so many things. Like, look at this food that like someone went to Portillo's and they're like, "There's a cake in this milkshake."
Yeah,
they're not used to our portion sizes.
No, dude, they're all getting the freshman 15.
That's my favorite part.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my favorite.
They're
Europeans,
not used to those portion sizes. They're like, "Oh my
Europeans
God."
discovering America.
They're like,
how
I
we
get
live.
it now. We
Ours
get how
is
it's a
like
problem.
Americans have to go to Qatar and be like, hey, or Qatar or whatever, and be like,
Yeah.
oh, I can't buy alcohol here.
Yeah.
And now it's like, no, they come here and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, like here's real like food.
Here's a gas station brisket sandwich.
Yeah. All right, that'll do it for this episode of The Bullpen. Thanks to Sean and Cam for coming out here all the way to Friendswood today. Thanks to Fanatics for having us out here at Dick's House of Sport here in Friendswood. John Belmer back in the studio. The boys will be back to their normal noon to 2 time next week. I'll join you guys on Monday with Jeremy and Joe. The full show will reunite for the first time since June 1st.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So that'll be on Monday, but that'll do it for us. Talk to you guys later. Peace.